And hello, everybody. I definitely didn't click on the wrong scene that just showed you a completely black screen for a solid second. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy. I'm a professional and a dungeon master today, apparently. These beautiful people around me are your heroes for the evening and my best friends. Today, we are going to continue across Eberron, but before we do, if I can please get an exclamation mark charity in the chat, we'll raise some money with Extra Life. Who is Extra Life, you may ask? Well, they support children's hospitals across, thank you so much for that, across North America and some parts of Canada, I think. So we're raising money for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So go click on the link, open your heart wallets to a really great cause, and I said what I said. Donate. Do the lawful good thing, because we are on the plane of law today. So open your heart wallet, you mortals. Exactly. Go do that. Go do some good today. Open your heart wallets and donate. Any other announcements? Anything else happened this week? Fun, interesting, exciting? No? Nothing? No birthdays? We had a birthday last week. Happy belated again.
Belated again.
So, in that case, that's right. Open them up and donate. Anyways, yeah, let's get started with a recap then. Last week, our heroes encountered a Lord of Madness, a Dalkir, known as the Corruptor. After a brief interaction with this individual, Exelos, the hero of law, the sentinel that Pip saved not too long ago in the plane of air, where our heroes found themselves, Exelos told them to keep their eyes to the ground if they enjoyed their bodies, if they wanted to continue enjoying their bodies the way they were. The Corruptor seeming to have some sort of power over flesh. After some sanity checks, a couple of our members here failing, and finding that they maybe had a cough or an enduring fear of some sort, where they couldn't approach these aberrational creatures. So, after interacting with this, with some inspiration in both word as well as spell, our heroes ran through a portal to the plane of Donvi. This is the plane of law here in Eberron. They were told by Exelos to seek out an individual by the name of Hage Shiryu, that they needed a line Bishik if they wanted to be effective at all against creatures of chaos. So, after a very brief introduction to the plane of law, seeing the very neat and orderly fields with odd ant-like insectoid creatures marching down the road, they were assaulted by baby spider snake creatures that the Corruptor decided to send along with them. It was horrifying. Go watch it. Those are awesome minis. I love those minis so much. I want to bring them back this episode if I can. They're so good. After defeating these creatures, our heroes now find themselves in these less orderly fields at the moment. After their little battle, holes burrowed into the cabbage fields and corn fields of wherever that you find yourself on, presumably the plane of Donvi. And so, these creatures that you see, oh no, I forgot I scrolled up. These creatures now turning around, or that had ran away from the fight to begin with, there were only about 6 of them to begin with, are now coming back in numbers, about 30 of them. Insectoid beings with their face sporting multifaceted eyes and mandibles. Specifically, these creatures appear as a larger version of an ant, though you can't tell specifically how much larger from this far out. They are quadrupedal and centaur-like in design, with a thorax parallel on the ground, parallel with the ground, being supported by 4 legs, and their torso perpendicular with the ground. Their front legs seemingly as dexterous as human arms, sporting spears. These specific ants all have the same type of weapon and the same type of military-esque green shell helmet on their heads, with 2 feelers sticking through the top. As you hear them chanting in some sort of march, as I said, they're giving their huts along this hut, all of them in unison as they march down towards where you are. One larger ant still standing a bit far out from all of you, not sure what is going on and measuring up the threat. The one in the front has a white star on the front of his green helmet, in which you hear from this creature call out, "Soldiers, what in the hell are you doing on my cabbage fields? Get off right now!" What are you doing, Shining Vanguard?
I wasn't that wrong.
Getting off the cabbage is what I'm doing.
Otto will probably rapidly look down at his feet and be like, "Oh shit!" And
Are you stupid, deaf, or do not understand the common language? Get out of my cabbage fields now!
Away from the cabbage. Away from the man's cabbages.
Off the cabbage.
Into the road.
Getting onto the road, your group, as you do, these ant-like creatures begin to spread out into the fields. Also, those who sort of linger in the fields, caught off guard by this creature, you'll see that different insectoid creatures start popping up around your feet. Smaller ants, about 1.5 to 2 foot long. Smaller in comparison to the ones that are in front of you, at the very least. Gigantic compared to the ones that are probably back home that are a nuisance. But they look baby-like, sort of. And if you get in their way, they will bite you. And you see them attempt to roll over and fix the damage that has been caused. And it becomes apparent in about 30 seconds that there are tens of thousands of them now working on the damage as they swarm up from the ground underneath these fields.
Artyom's gonna be a little bit distracted, just trying to make sure to burn these little baby snake spiders to dust so that there are no lingering pockets of Zoriat wiggling into a cabbage.
I think you are a dragon made of fire. I don't think that's going to take very long. Right. I will say that it seems expedited even with your current form. Like you're doing it, but it doesn't seem like they last very long here. Once whatever energy was whatever aberrant energy was animating them, they just sort of seem to fall apart and turn to dust as you roll over them. So it doesn't take very long at all. Who's out in front? Let me get a marching order from you guys. Who's going to be addressing this individual? If you're all addressing him, I just need to know.
I got weapons, so at the very least, I will be stood in front of everyone. I'm big for at least a little bit longer.
You're huge, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how long they took there. The giant smite would wear off first, and I would only had 7 or 8 more rounds of enlarge.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. So somewhere in this conversation, you're likely going to get smaller right in front of them. Okay, wonderful.
That's fine.
Otto will definitely be out front, ready to speak to these. How far away are they at approximately this juncture?
They are slowly moving up and fanning out around you. And you're actually up in the air. Give me a perception check, Otto.
Hey, yo.
I believe we ended the combat with you still about 50 feet in the air after sending a fireball down a tunnel.
Yes, we did. Very, very satisfying fireball too. I know I have a decent perception bonus. Where'd you go, character sheet? Character sheet gonna load real slow because I didn't open it. I'm sorry. I think I have a +8, which would make it a 23. Was that a 15 on the dice?
They're not being stealthy, but you do see flying ants as well, starting to set up a 23. Perimeter around you guys.
Hello, friends. Our apologies for trampling your fields.
Do I look like your friend, Metal Man? Soldier, name yourself. Your rank and your commanding officer now. My neighbors are gonna love me after this episode, by the way.
I am Automated Weapons Platform, Mark III, but you can call me Otto.
I'm gonna call you a dumbass, boys. Step up close.
I'm gonna send a message to Kaushik. This man does not seem very nice.
I respond mentally, yeah. Is that correct?
What would you say?
I respond mentally to this, not
Yeah,
out loud.
yeah.
Okay. No, he does not. And then Kaushik is going to step up, and she's going to say, "Oh fuck, I didn't think about this." My name is Kaushik. I am a military medic from Konath. These are my friends. We came here by accident. I'm so sorry that we destroyed your cabbages.
Sorry, ain't
We
gonna
also-
cut it.
We also destroyed aberrations.
Who do you report to?
We don't report to anyone.
Head explodes. Impossible.
Don't you play cute with me. Who do you report to?
Oh,
Is
I
that
don't say
Captain?
that. I'm
Sergeant?
also-
Lieutenant?
I guess if you report to anyone, it would be
Speak up,
gather on a
girlie.
Konath.
We are not a part of any
Oh,
formal
shit!
military structure.
Once again, impossible.
Who is your current leader? Commanding officer,
Pippa.
speak up.
Pippa's thing was that she was rash, right? That's her. That was her damage
Yep.
from the. So Pippa just steps to the front. She goes, "Why they belong to me? What do you have to say about it?"
Uh-oh.
So it's you I have to hold responsible for this damage.
And for killing the aberrations as well. Let's go. We'll take all medals now.
As far as I can see, you're an aberration here. So you're taking responsible for these damages. Brings our total to 36 cabbages, 16 pieces of corn, and about 4 feet of soil.
Our apologies. And what would that
Apologies
total
mean
be?
shit all to me.
How much? How much? What?
Artyom.
How do we reimburse?
What'd you say, Kaushik?
I said, Artyom, like behind her talking to him. Artyom, could you grow them back? Ding dong.
Artyom,
Fire
will
dragon.
we'll just kind of plop out of the air as a swirling
Oh, he's in the
vortex
sky.
of fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, sorry about your cabbages. If you'll need some help regrowing them, I will definitely regrow them for you. It's not a big deal. I apologize for the inconvenience. We are here on a mission of great importance. We were sent from the elemental plane of air to try and save the material plane from a Zoriat incursion that seems to be happening across all planes at once.
Someone get your talking dog out of here.
What?
Doesn't seem a whole lot of understanding of what RTM is.
Did Artyom
Yeah,
pop
I-
out of his form?
Oh, or did you went back to being, you
Yeah,
dropped your
yeah,
fire elemental form? Okay, okay. All right. I thought you were
He thought
talking,
a fire elemental was a dog?
he has no context for what this creature is.
Yeah, Artyom's a dog. Like, oh shit, this guy's never seen any mammals.
Racist.
You're not from here. Is that what I'm
Right.
hearing? Where did you come from?
We're originally from the material plane, though. I am a Kalashtar, so a little bit from Decor.
Kalash who?
It's
Don't
a
be
long
casting
story.
spells at me, boy.
It's a race. It's part human, part quarry. Anyway, it's a long story. We're here to get some aligned Baishik and stop the planes from being invaded by Zoriat.
He's gonna step up and get right in his face and be like, "Aye, who do you belong to? Who's your commander?
So
Take us there now."
As you step up, Pip, you step up to get in his face, and it's maybe at this moment in your brash nature that you realize that he's standing 3.5 feet tall.
Oh shit.
He might grow a couple inches, but still, just as like, "Who's your commander? Take us to it there now."
You're looking. He is 3.5 feet
Yeah,
tall.
he is
You're looking
3.5 feet
down
tall.
at him.
Well, then maybe I'll get shorter. She'll get shorter. She's a little shorter.
Why?
Heads down.
Why
Kiss in his
Aye,
face.
aye.
Hey,
Is that a short joke?
tis
What kind of
not.
games are you playing here?
I'm playing the time where you
Attention,
take
all
me
of
to
you,
your
in
leader.
a line.
Take us to your leader.
Who are you giving to orders to, girly pop? Get in the line.
Looks like I'm giving orders to you. Take us. We'll go in a line, but you got to take us.
In a line now. Line up. Get a good look at all of you.
All right, come on. Let's just get in the line. This guy seems very worked up.
After, for the sake of my voice for the rest of this episode, as well as my neighbor's sanity, I will stop screaming at you for a moment. However,
No.
it is. I said for a moment.
You have to do the same voice, but a lower. You have to somehow.
I don't know if I
pitch it
can.
a lower-
He's just. That just sounds like the same voice, but he's trying to woo you. Come on now, get in a straight line.
Imagine I'm yelling at you.
He will continue yelling at you as well as his folks, who he will send off a few of them after hearing that you're not from here. If there are any more interactions you want with these folks, however, he is going to keep you here in a line, and you will be examined, and he will attempt to take your weapons from you.
Absolutely not.
I will not be happening.
Yeah, no.
While I'm standing behind the huge figure in front of us while we're trying to form a line, I'm going to switch forms to Yuri and, kind of step forward.
Okay.
That time.
Matt just said, I don't care about your voice and I don't care about your neighbors. You're going to keep yelling, goddammit.
I think it's rude for you to give orders without introducing yourself, soldier. Attention.
As far as you concerned,
Stand.
my name is Sergeant
you
Whoop
stand.
Ass. My pronouns are kiss my ass. Get back in line. Your authority is not
You will
recognized
respect
here.
authority. I am your commanding officer, Expeditionary Forces Recon. You will show respect.
What is fucking going on here?
Or do they not teach you military discipline here in the realm of order? You will respect your superior officer, no matter what army it's from. Hey, I got him there, man. You know it's
What? What?
I can't handle this, guys. It's been a good D&D campaign. I gotta go. This is too much.
What?
Because you having the flashbacks.
Matt, you seem to throw him off severely at the moment. But he ends up his mind ends up catching up after a second. You don't even go here, son. Stay in that line.
Why? I don't need to go here. You will respect an officer of superior rank.
Not one that is not in our military, not in our reporting order.
Do you not understand the terms and rules of war?
I don't
No matter
understand
what-
you.
You will understand the courtesy that's written in the books of
Are
order.
you mocking me?
I am indeed mocking you for being a false drill sergeant.
Wrong, boy. First name
What
drill,
are you?
last name sergeant. I live and breathe this shit. Stand in
As far
line
as
and
I'm
shut up.
concerned, I'm a 5-star general and you're a fucking private piece of shit.
Jesus Christ.
Archer will just mentally shoot Crowley a message. Hey, maybe not make yourself a target, Mr. Half Zoriat man.
It's blocked.
Oh.
As this interaction is going on, if I can get some perception checks from folks.
Yeah.
Those
Why
I
not?
can do. Woo!
What is the most perceptive color?
Shit. I think I'm
Blue.
good.
Oh god, that's kind of.
Hey, one less than last time. 22.
That's
This is
okay.
Chris's fault.
Jones,
28.
question:
Hmm?
should we be rolling?
Yes, we're gonna continue to
Okay,
roll because I didn't
okay.
do that last time, and
Okay.
I also think rolling dice is fun for most people. So,
Alright.
for those wondering, I'd spoken to Ian last time, just a little bit ago, about in the plane of law traditionally that you do not roll dice. With the law of averages, you just take 10 on everything. So, but we're not going to be doing that. Yeah, you do not roll initiative. You do not roll attack rolls. You don't roll anything. You take 10
I'll
on
take 10.
everything.
I'll take 10.
Holy
on
shit.
six. Let's go.
That's like old D&D lore. However, we're rolling
The
dice is
old
still fun.
Lore.
So, can I say something real quick?
Okay.
I rolled a 27,
Sick.
or I ended up with 27.
Mhm.
But Kaushik, I think would actually be. I think I'm going to take a voluntary failure on this perception check because I don't think Kaushik would be paying attention to anything except for the screaming going bolted in front of her.
Okay. All right.
So I'm speaking his language. I should be getting bonuses over here.
He doesn't seem to recognize your authority from being somewhere else. It also
Well,
does you almost catch him off guard, then he realizes you're not a Formian.
Despite that, under order, as a figure of lawful authority, he is already breaking his own brain right now.
You guys are close to causing him some psychic damage.
Oh, that's fine.
What are those perception checks?
28.
14.
28,
16.
16, okay,
14.
14, okay,
20.
20.
Nice.
Not a very high difficulty. RTM noticing this figure first, the rest of you noticing him shortly there afterwards. RTM probably noticing this figure walking over the hill down the same road that the Formians did originally. The Formians, these ant-like creatures, clearly. But you see RTM, you probably feel it a little bit first. Being a tracker, you know when very large creatures are nearby. And so you probably feel through your boots first, like the shaking of the ground. The rest of you noticing shortly thereafter a category-sized huge humanoid walking down the street. This creature has somewhat gray skin, and like blonde hair that is sort of in a bowl cut, in some type of uniform. Carries with him in one hand a clipboard with a bunch of papers, and in the other hand a massive hammer that stands about as tall as you are when you're large, Broom. And is sort of taking that hammer and swirling it as he's walking down the street whistling.
He's vibing.
It seems that way. As this individual gets closer, he looks human for the most part, other than it just exudes like an extreme beauty. His physical physique is just perfect, and when he looks at all of you, you'll notice that this uniform that he has on, a badge on his shirt, will say, "Moment, please."
Jonathan.
Words.
No.
Badge says, "Give me a moment, please."
It'll say Planar Travel Patrol Agent on a
God.
badge on his shirt.
It's a TSA? Like,
Oh, that's ice.
This creature will look at you. "Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My
Hello.
name's..."
How are you doing today?
When he opens his mouth to say his name, you will hear chimes and beautiful bells ring. And for those of you that don't speak Celestial, you can just call me Buddy, and gives you a big smile.
oh my god.
Otto loves
I
this
know.
person so
Buddy.
much.
Buddy, the TSA agent.
It is excellent to meet you, and then he will play back the sound of chimes.
Sick.
no idea what it
Kind of,
means, but
step to
kind
the side a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, Cody. Go ahead. I didn't mean to catch. I didn't mean to ever speak.
that was it. I was just finishing the sentence.
But yeah, so she'll just kind of step to the side a little bit and just imperceptibly separating herself from the group. And she gets, a little bit taller. So now she's like 5'3", 5'4", a little willowier. Her features soften a little bit. Her eyes get a little bit bigger. She's just like watching him.
This creature will look at you, Pip, as you're attempting to sort of separate yourself. If you would, please, stand back in the line.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
It's just
It's all right, Pip. This man seems friendly.
The sergeant, as this humanoid approach, will yell out, "Commanding officer on deck!" And they will all stand on attention on the sides of the roads as he approaches, looking at all of you. As I said, my name's Buddy. Think of me as your personal concierge, is here to introduce you to the plane of law and checking in, which is a very important process. So, if I could get you to follow me and any questions that you may have, please ask.
Thank you. We'd be happy to.
Wonderful. I'm glad you are so agreeable. If I could, please, have you walk in straight lines in front of myself.
March.
Otto will message Koshik again, like, this individual is fantastic.
Koshik does not respond.
God damn.
So, buddy, how long does this process take to get checked in?
Well, that's going to depend. Do you know where you are currently?
I know what plane we're on. I do not know the location that we're in specifically.
Okay, so you know that you're in Don V.
Correct.
Locally known as the Plane of Law. Wonderful. We have so many people that accidentally end up here. So it'll be nice that you know exactly, at least where you are in general, so you have an idea. That's great. So, specifically, you are in the peaceable kingdoms of Don V. This is a kingdom with one pact between three similar but different trains of law-abiding thought, split into 6 kingdoms that have come to an accordance to maintain peace and law.
Okay.
Peace is good.
I absolutely agree, as well is law. And that's what we try to maintain here.
All right. Yes, I definitely like law. It's pretty good.
Deception
we would-
check right now, Tim.
Insight check.
14.
I love the law.
He said it just as deadpan. Yeah, he loved the law. It's pretty good.
Sus.
So we were kind of sent here with a little bit of a task. Do you know where? I understand we would have to prove ourselves somehow. Where we could get a hold of some aligned bashik.
That's certainly an interesting question, and you've come here with a goal. That's completely fine. However, there are some steps we're gonna have to take first. First being getting you checked in and registered here with the peaceable kingdoms of Don V, which will take a little bit of time. However, also, we need to work out the damages that you've caused to the Formian fields, which will come in form of either monetary payment or time served. Your choice on that matter.
Yeah, we're kind of short on time, so we'll try to pay in however's acceptable.
Wonderful. We can settle all of that once we get to where we're going.
Sure. So
How long does this check-in process take?
What he said.
Well, typically that depends on who you are and while you're here. I don't handle that. I typically am just in charge of getting you here and getting you all wrangled up. You can see that most people aren't as, pauses for a moment, agreeable to following me in such straight lines, which you're doing a wonderful job with, by the way.
Pointedly look at the giant fucking hammer he's got.
Yes.
I just imagine that this guy has like one of the faces from that dude from He-Man. Like if he gets mad, he just turns his face completely around, and it's just like an evil super murder guy, like Liam Neeson in the Lego Movie or some shit.
This dude plays golf with people like the giants from Skyrim. Like that's what he does. Bang! Yeah. And they're out of there. Straight to another plane of existence.
So, like on average, do we have to? You've had this job for a long time, I'd wager, right?
Yes.
So is this something that takes a few minutes, a few hours, on average? Would you say?
Well, I wouldn't say that there is necessarily an average time, as each case of accidental or purposeful planar travel that is unregistered is handled differently, depending on your goals and your intent here, as well as your backgrounds.
Alright, she's like, well, you will check your background there. Just kind of thinking that mentally, like, okay.
As nothing raises any flags with our investigation committee, then you should be out of here fairly soon. I would hope within one day.
Well, we might have a few issues. I'm not trying to raise any alarms here, but we are actually super on the side of Don V because we are fighting your direct opposition, Zoriat. And in doing so, we have been exposed to Zoriat a little bit, but by no means do we intend to carry on any forms of chaos in your realm.
Thank you for your openness in that statement. We weren't even taking questions at the very moment, but I do appreciate it as he scribbles information onto his clipboard.
But do you understand that this is why we're here? To help out the material plane?
I do understand that you're here to help your material plane. Yes.
Okay.
And just smiles at you.
All right.
Squint.
So is there a way we can walk in a straight line down this trail at maybe like a jog or a run? Or is that out the line?
As long as you all stay within stride of myself and don't attempt to take any unnecessary turns, surely I think that I can keep up.
Let's jog!
Sorry,
Are y'all just gonna start jogging?
I guess.
Sure.
We got places to be, DM. We gotta go.
Okay. You all start jogging in full gear.
Yep.
Very well. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
In through my nose, out through my mouth.
What's the
Out through my mouth.
6.
did they tell us how far we were going?
No one. He didn't ask.
19.
19, very nice.
Holy shit. This is not. I have a plus 11 to this, and I rolled a 13.
21.
Mine's a 7.
7.
Also 21.
Okay. Several of you, after about 10
Plate's
minutes
heavy.
of jogging with heavy armor on, are or maybe you're just not used to jogging. Maybe you're used to riding on pirate ships in the plane of air, whatever the case may be. Natural sprinters. You start to get a little bit winded after 10 minutes, but you do pass. And also, the buddy behind you does not change. Like, he doesn't start jogging. He just increases the gait of his walk, so that behind you, RTM, just gets a little bit more separated. You will pass through fields, rows and rows of Formian fields. You'll see thousands or millions more Formian working in these fields, keeping them in perfect order. Eventually you will get to, and in the far distances, you see mountains surrounding your area. In front of you, you'll begin to see a beautiful collection of cities that are very clearly divided. In front of you, you'll see that one side is made of beautiful, like white marble. The other side is copper and bronze and metal and cogs and gears. And in the middle of it, these cities go up a mountain in the middle of them, and on top of them sits a glowing orb that functions as the sun in this peaceful kingdom of Donby. On this side, it is shining brightly. On the other side, it is nighttime. And in the middle, on what would be the equator, you have shadow sides on either side. You guys walk or jog for a few minutes. You are going through or walking up to a gate rather that are currently being guarded by a couple of anthropomorphic creatures of the dog type. They have dog-like faces. They look like what would be almost said a dachshund. That's not what I mean. Damn it. Doberman. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I said thank you to myself. Doberman. Types
You're
with,
welcome.
yeah, appreciate it.
Happy to help.
One of you said it mentally. I appreciate the message.
I was saying corgi in my head, so it wasn't me.
The corgis are on the inside of the city.
And
The Doberman types, these are standing upright with long swords on their sides and wings on their back, dressed in full like breastplate armor.
And a big iron on his hip.
And a big iron on his hip, indeed. A quick word with Buddy in this sort of ringing, like bell-like language, and they open up. You guys are led down orderly streets where you will see a variety of creatures, a lot of them wings, and with a passive arcana or religion check from people in here, if you wish to take the 10 here, or if you wish to roll. You're muted, Cody.
I rolled it and I got one higher than the 10 on the dice.
Nice.
Did you say an Arcana check
Arcana or religion?
or religion? Well, I have advantage on Arcana because giant magic.
Okay.
A natural 20 for a 22.
Holy shit, nice.
I also got a natural 20 for a
We dabble.
32.
I got a
Natural 20.
19 for a 24.
26.
I actually rolled. Oh,
What the
I rolled a
fuck?
10 for a 14.
Nice.
15.
Okay, all right, so I'll see my over 20s.
Yeah.
You'll probably pretty quickly realize that you are surrounded by celestials. And a lot of them. This is a kingdom of celestiums. If anyone were to ask Buddy, this is the kingdom of Celestia. As he walks you through these streets. He brings you to what looks like a tavern. As he brings you into this room, you'll see a Loxodon for those who know what that is. For those that don't, it is an elephant person. It is they have the face, they are bipedal, but they have the face and ears of an elephant, with the exception of this one has wings on his back as well. The tavern on the front will be the name of the tavern on the front will be the Hearsay. And Buddy will lead you in here. After looking at all of you, he will say, all right, everyone, buckle in tight. You may be here for a little bit until our investigatory squad can come by and have a chat. However, you're free to have one drink on us. And he gives you a smile. If there's any other questions,
Smile.
if there's any other questions that I can answer, I am glad to help.
You are very friendly. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. At the end of this, there will be a review. If you could please give me 5 stars.
Of course.
Excellent. Thank you for being so agreeable. While you're in the tavern, never exceed more than 2 drinks. And while we're on the subject, actually,
shit.
Does some writing down on his clipboard. The damage that you caused in the Formian fields comes to a total of 26 silver and 14 copper.
Can we pay
Would
that
you
right
li-
now?
If you would like to, or we could set up a payment plan. What would you like to do?
Yeah, right here. There you go. Thank you.
Just
Just immediately.
let's give him 10 gold. Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
I like.
Wish to do performer.
Yeah,
This
I'll give
is-
a full gold if I have to.
Way too
Worth-
much. Please.
But yeah,
26 silver, 14 copper.
you know, for troubling you
Don't
for the
need
walk,
silver.
it's okay.
It's no trouble at all. It is my job. However,
Isn't it? We can tip, right?
They make change in this tavern.
I'm sure Bernard could help you out with change. I, however, cannot.
Otto will enthusiastically go get the exact change for.
Make change, because I think we only have gold in the party funds.
Okay.
So
Go
we go
out.
make change with 30 gold into, or not 30 gold, like
3.
3 gold.
3 gold, yeah. Well,
3
Yeah.
gold.
4, but
Otto will go acquire the correct
sure.
change.
You do that. Bernard takes it in like in a fanny pack type thing, drops it in. Wonderful. Now, if you have any questions at all, please ask me. I am going to separate from here now. You are required to stay in this tavern. So, if you would please stay here until we come and get you. If not, well, let's not get to
How
that.
long would that be?
Right, it's the big question.
We'll keep you updated. You'll wait no more than tomorrow morning before an update.
Oh, jeez.
Eh,
Raises her hand for questions.
Yes.
What? What are you doing later?
I believe now is not the time for.
Kind of weird questions. That's my question. I do want to know.
Well, I do have a shift to work. After that, another shift to work. I don't sleep very much, but I do like to work.
Oh dear God.
Only work?
Yes.
She leans back.
Wonderful. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., you'll be gathered together for an update. If there is
Yeah.
any,
Hey, what time is it now?
sort of looks off into the distance. We're getting to about 6 p.m. on your material plane is what it would be.
So we are looking at 14 hours of wait here then?
Indeed.
Okay.
We cannot go
No.
anywhere, even with perhaps an escort or
Absolutely not.
something
Not
similar.
until we rule you out as a threat.
Okay, I see.
But we just have to stay in this room, right? That's the rule?
This room, and Bernard here will give you a room upstairs when you're ready.
It's Bernard, the the fucking elephant man. I'm blank. Holy shit. Knox. You just said it.
Correct.
Bernard the Knox. What a.
You threw him off completely.
Oh,
Well, I think that's all for our questions. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. If you need anything else or have any other questions about your stay here at the Hearsay, Bernard will be happy to help. If you need anything else about your stay at Don V, please ask Bernard. He will call on me. Okay? Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You do the same. And please,
Thank
again,
you so much.
do not leave. Thank you for being cooperative.
Are there windows in this establishment?
Yes.
Are they open?
Yeah, they are right now. They're letting in kind of a cool breeze from outside.
Cool.
Yeah.
Artyom's like, okay, well, I want to save those 2 drinks for later, and just watches the door, waits for a 5 count, and Barrack out the fucking window. I'm going to look around.
Waits for a 5 count. How long is that?
5 seconds.
So Barry leans down out of the door. You wait 5 seconds and then
Well,
summon Barrick
after he
outside.
closed the door, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 5 seconds of big, thundering footsteps.
Give me a stealth check for Barrick, please.
I'm not trying to hide it.
Okay.
It's just
All right. Then we'll work with his passive.
Barrick dies.
You wait for a five count. The steps don't get very quiet and get very quite loud again. Buddy comes back through the door. It seems one of your pets have gotten loose. He opens his hands and Barrick is sitting there.
Okay. It's not really a pet. It's a construct of Fey energies. I mean, he's still a friend, though. It's okay.
I am trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I did not leave.
Plausible deniability is a wonderful thing in this realm, and I'm trying to be your friend. Take
Okay,
my advice.
Follow the rules.
Follow the rules. Otherwise,
Okay.
next time, it will not be fun for your friend or you.
All right. So
Wonderful.
we can't have any part of any magic leave the room.
Absolutely not. I would not want you tainting any part of this place.
Okay.
Oh,
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, buddy.
To the bar and grab 2 drinks and sit down next to Kaushik and slide one over to her and lean over and be like, he's a right stunner, but not much crack, eh?
Otto will also get a beverage and
Drink.
sit down next to Pip.
Gosh, he doesn't know what that means.
Artyom was just send Pip a quick mental message. Her boyfriend was a vampire who just died.
Oh. She'll like pour some of her beer into Kaushik, kind of level it up a little bit. Have some more. And then take another big swig.
Confused, Kaushik drinks from her cup.
Otto
what kind of beverage
Enjoys.
does the plane of law have?
It tastes like watered down
Water.
beer.
Oh God.
I bet it has a very neutral flavor.
Okay.
It's like state
Very lawful.
state sponsored beer. Is what it tastes like.
One sip, push away. Just-
Otto is going to continue to try very hard to enjoy the aroma.
Loud drinking noise.
It's like O'Doul's, you know, the non-alcoholic beer.
Oh God. Jesus.
So, if we are stuck here for at least a day, that is.
That is a problem. We don't have time for this.
Hey, can you message Erish and let them know an update?
Absolutely.
I don't know about that.
Oh, there's a percentage chance that it might not work. Kaushik is gonna.
Wait, hey, barkeep, is it okay for us to message other planes while we're in the bar? I don't want to break any rules.
As long as it has no impact on anyone else. Here on the plane of Donvi, you're welcome to do what you wish.
I mean,
Prayer
it,
just pulls up.
that's the question that I am asking. Does sending messages across planes affect other people here? It's first time here. I don't know how all works.
Your message may be intercepted and reviewed before it is out, but
All right.
They're going to check our mail.
I will send Kaushik a mental message saying, if they're going to read our messages, warn Erish surreptitiously of Crowley's daughter maybe not being all normal. For whatever you did.
just blank stares at Artyom.
Artyom gives Kaushik a look like he is super not fucking happy about that.
Anyway, then Kaushik is going to message Erish, letting him know, okay. Held for inspection in the plane of law. It'll be about a day.
He also doesn't know about the elemental plane of air being attacked by Zoriat.
This is going to be an upcast. Plane of air attacked by Zoriat.
Found the Baroness as well.
Found the Baroness as well.
It's been a lot of events
Lot of
over the past couple of sessions.
Artyom is worried that Crowley's daughter is dangerous. Be careful. Love from us all.
Send.
Soon.
Okay. Your message takes a little bit longer than you think. You think it may have failed, but it's more just like a delay. After probably a few minutes, though, you do get a response from Erish. Okay. I'll keep a close eye on her. She's not awake yet. Be safe. Come back soon.
Kaushik will turn to Artyom. She still hasn't woken up. Everything's fine there.
Thank you.
He said be safe and he loves you.
Damn right. Okay, so
He didn't say he loves
Seeing how long
insight check.
Why would you insight check that if I just say that to you?
I don't know.
You've got no reason to insight check that. You better not roll those dice.
Seeing how long that message took, Crowley's just going to go to Bernard and just, I'll take a room now, please.
Takes a singular key and slides it over to you.
Takes it and, tosses it up, catches it, and starts moving toward wherever the room is.
Point upstairs for you. The room is numbered and matches a room up top.
What number is it out of curiosity, DM?
1.
Oh, shit. But I already knew that in my mind, and I go... What's the decor look like? I'm gonna feng shui. I'm gonna 1-star Yelp review this place if it's, pathetic, man. What's going on here?
It's very neutral.
The bed is in the middle of the room. There is a dresser that is in the middle of the
shit.
room on the opposite side. The sheets are pristine and folded, and they look like they are steamed. And other than that, it's very boring.
Excellent. Goes in.
Hey, barkeep, are we allowed to use extra-dimensional spaces while we're hanging out in your establishment?
The law remains and will remain that you cannot affect anyone here on the plane of Donvi. This is a containment zone of sorts, so...
Right, but the rules also state that we're not allowed to leave. It would be going
Correct.
into a pocket area. Is that breaking the law? We can only come back out here.
If you attempt to leave the tavern, there will be consequences. Yes, of any matter.
Okay, so no extra-dimensional spaces then.
Would be considered leaving the tavern. By
All
the
right,
word,
just making sure.
your feet should remain on these boards.
So no handstands. It was a joke.
Here's that. And from across the room, she's clambered up. She's been wandering around exploring like a toddler. She's standing in a chair. She slowly steps back down.
It takes him 10 seconds to get it, and then you get a laugh out of him.
I don't know.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Tough plan to be a comedian.
Artyom's just gonna shut up and start casting detect magic.
Okay.
I want to take that short rest, DM.
Start a short rest, sure. You got an hour.
Hope we got more than an hour.
I hope so. It'll progress to a long rest if nothing disturbs me.
Okay.
Pip is gonna ask for the key to her room.
Okay. He will hand you the room. It will be room number 2.
She's gonna go up to room number 2, go in. Does the door lock from the inside once
Well, that's
I've
a
got
good
the key?
question.
Okay, she'll go in, she'll lock the door, and go to the table, the bed, whatever, flat surface, and pull out the packet that she was given from Judge Judas.
Mhm.
And check it out. Check out the contents.
Yeah. Other than surface level stuff, you could do some investigating on the information, but I've told you the overall the overall sort of contents of this. It is a picture, the last known picture of your brother, as far as you're aware, in a lightning rail station. It is the manifest for that train, and it is the news article that that shows that same train in pieces, obliterated nearly. What if you're looking for anything in particular? We can roll some investigation checks and figure it out. Are you looking for anything more out of that information?
I would like to look at the manifest to see if there are any names that are familiar.
Yeah. That I think is going to be less of an investigation check, more of a percentile. No, literally none that look familiar other than the name of your brother.
And just scouring the news article for anything that seems out of place or to stand out, anything that makes it seem sketchy.
Give me an investigation check.
That is investigation. Is a 19.
19. Very nice. Nothing that you're gathering from these items make it seem suspicious or anything, but I will say with a 19 that you do get the he was leaving, he was on sort of a you know when your brother left out, he was on a journey. It seems like he was continuing that journey through the Talenta Plains and up through Karnath on this lightning rail. This lightning rail was leaving from Gatherhold to Corona Peak. It was a multiple day journey, and that it derailed somewhere in Karnath.
Okay, then she'll just tuck it back out. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, but from what you're getting out of the from the Civis Times here, there's nothing suspicious reported. It seemed like it says experts have concluded that this was a thunderstone that what's the word I'm looking for? Misfunctioned.
Does the manifest look authentic?
With a 19,
as if it hasn't been tampered with?
Right. With the 19, I would say that Pip would say this looks untampered with. Looks like your brother's signature.
Because she'll pack it back up,
Mm-hmm.
stick it back in her pocket, take the key, and then go back downstairs. Where's that second beer?
Are you yelling at me?
I no, not yelling. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Just very enthusiastic. Figure we'll make the most of it while we're here. Might I have my second drink now?
Well, I have already served you 2 beers. You handed your second one to that lady right there. And he points at Koshik.
Aye. Oh, okay. Hey, thank you. And she walks over to
Otto?
Otto and is like,
Yeah, Otto was already like, here you go. I cannot drink it anyway.
oh, thank you, fine lad. She's on his shoulder.
Clank, clank,
Fine
clank.
lad.
Okay.
I'll approach Archium while he's going about casting his detect magic.
Sure.
Still
That's my
fully armored, not order, but there have been threats of violence. And come up to him and just. So what do you really know about your masked friend?
I know that we need to make sure we're not being listened to before we discuss it. This is a detection spell that I'm doing right now to see if there are listening devices in the area, which I feel certain there will be.
Very well.
You gonna wait for that to finish up?
I
Okay.
don't move. I just stay next to him.
Yeah.
Just full plate figure.
It's probably an odd sensation from detect magic. The magic that you like pick up and sort of detect all has a divine nature about it. It is like this pure magic that you're sensing, but the entirety of the tavern is under a clairvoyance spell. Yeah, 100%.
Does it seem powerful enough that they'd be able to listen to things maybe like message or telepathic communication, or if they're reading thoughts or anything like that?
Give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Call it DC 20.
Natural 20.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it does.
Argello's just, all right, everyone, they're reading our thoughts, so don't think about anything you shouldn't be thinking about.
I will say that it is a surface level detect thoughts that's going on. So it is what you're thinking about right now. It seems
Right.
almost as if it's a preventative measure from what you might be about to do.
Right. So, you know,
Type in that group message.
I said it out loud.
Oh, gotcha.
So, you know,
I see.
just think about things about the beer that you wish you could have, or nice jogs you wish you could take in really heavy armor. Do we have a shower here?
We do have a washroom, yes. We are not savages.
Yeah, you know. You'll never know. I mean, I like being a savage. This armor is very sweaty and very chafy. I ran for a few minutes in it, and I'm long legs. Anyway, I don't have to justify myself to you for having chafed balls.
I did not ask you to.
Okay.
Otto just watching this whole exchange like,
Arsham is going like, wait, I wanted to take a shower. I'm not supposed to like showers? What's happening to me? Oh no.
It's just rubbing off on you. Dear God.
Well, yeah, but not here.
Jesus Christ.
I want to look at Bernard for a moment and think about the fact that his beer sucks. Any kind of.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Turn away from him.
What is a chafed ball?
Otto will loudly and academically explain the condition of chafed testicles.
Great.
Oh,
It sounds incredibly unpleasant, but I would not know.
Why do you have those things?
It is a and he will go completely into another academic description of what they are and what they do.
Oh!
This poor guy.
So you see, for biological organisms of that nature, it is an incredibly important organ.
Remove them.
Sometimes it is done.
From the smart about you, surely.
Jesus Christ.
Just pull out a deck of cards and beckon Otto over and slide in next to Azur and be like, "Oi, you want to play? Pass the time. You can
Excellent.
play a game of 20s if you like."
I do not know that game, but I am sure that you can show me. He will come over.
I can.
Pip,
Sure.
you shuffle your cards, you hand them out, you look at your hand, and they are all in order by number and suite.
Oh God,
Wait, jeez.
this is the worst place.
You do it again, you deal them out, you look at your hand, and they are all in order by number and suite again.
I think perhaps games of chance are not best played here.
Takes cards back. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh God.
Do you enjoy chess, Pip?
I know a little, not a lot.
Excellent.
He said, I'm about to fucking wreck you.
Does Otto have
I
a
like
chessboard?
No, but he can make one.
Out of what?
What else is he gonna do with the next 14 hours?
I think it actually, if I remember correctly, the class feature lets him make shit really quickly if it's simple
It's
stuff.
mundane.
Yeah.
Or Jermaine Cleric would go crazy right about now. Fucking metal chest. Some wiggle fingers. Oh.
Let's say that Bernard, every time a spell is cast or some sort of class feature is used, he does get incredibly on edge and his hands go under the bar.
Oh shit, he's got a gun.
Pull out the blicky.
Otto trusts these people far more than he should, so he's unconcerned. Instead of making a chessboard, Otto is simply going to use his magical tinkering because it allows a static visual effect. So,
Hollow chess.
yeah, we're playing hollow chess here.
Let's
Essentially, we got
go.
a projector on the side of Otto's head, like a hologram chessboard. Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah. On to E3.
Okay.
Just be like, oh, it's been since I was a child, since I was a wee one. Do you mind to teach me though?
Excellent!
little
And he
familiar.
seems legitimately delighted at that idea.
She legitimately wants to learn.
Yeah, Otto will spend some time doing chess things. The pieces, since it is hollow chess, will be replicas of whoever is playing. So all the pawns are
That's great.
Pip. All of the ones in the back pieces, the rook, bishop, all that will be like bishop Pip, rook Pip, queen Pip, king Pip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody's doing for the night? As you two can go along and practice and play chess. You can roll opposing intelligence checks if you would like to see what happens.
See who wins.
If we play matches after the
Yeah.
instruction period, sure.
Go and roll.
See.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what kind of student she is. Or what kind
The
of
learning
student I am.
kind.
It would be the learning.
You win.
Oh yeah.
You are a
Let me
quick
win.
learner. I don't know what you rolled, but he rolled a nat one. So
The old
Oh,
natty
I
one.
she didn't even get to. Let's see. As long as I didn't roll on that one, also.
That'd be very
It was
funny.
an 11. So yeah, it was probably ugly, but I won.
The dub is secured.
All right, again,
Sure.
just like messing around.
Yeah. Passing time playing chess, sure.
Would it be possible over the next hour or so to try and pinpoint where this clairvoyance might be originating from, or does it just seem to be in everything?
This tavern, with a detect magic and a natural 20 on your Arcana check, this tavern seems to be very much what Bernard has explained it as a containment zone.
Right.
I will say that there does seem to be some sense of privacy in the bedrooms, but there is still like an interceptive, like via like mental messaging and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But it seems to be like worked in the very boards of this place. You might be able to dispel a room for a little bit.
Okay.
It's real 1984 on the Planet Order. What the fuck?
Yes.
Freak.
Plain order.
When you have freaks that hop into your plane.
Excuse me.
Oh, the freak.
I'm just saying.
Excuse
We
me.
took care of them, right? That's what you're talking about for sure.
How dare you.
It's on you guys. If you guys don't want to do anything, we can fast forward.
How long would it take to, or how long would I imagine trying to dispel the detection? How long would that give me the window? Would you imagine, or would Archie?
Yeah, it'll be a matter of a couple of minutes. It typically, when you dispel a magical item, it's 1d4 rounds, but you guys aren't in combat, so I'll probably do it like 1d6 minutes, sort of deal.
All right. Hey, barkeep, I'd like to have my room, please, if you don't mind.
Slide you a key with the number 3 on it.
Cool. Hey, Broom, do you want to have a chat?
Just kind of nod.
Head up.
Leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw this spell out.
Mhm.
And then, okay, so the short and sweet of it is I've known Crowley for a few months now. He seems to be a spy master of kinds and always kind of shifty, but always
Do not know of his origin.
on
Anywhere
our
where he
side.
comes from.
He has had a checkered past and keeps his cards close to his vest, as it seems.
That does not sound like someone you can trust.
I've always trusted him to be on our side. And I say that in a past tense for a purpose now.
Threes in defense. Yes, that seems ill-advised.
Da.
Heard.
So this isn't going to last, so speak frankly and...
I think it matters little, quite frankly, whether we speak in privacy or not. I do not think that what he is will go unnoticed.
Da. Well, if it does, it is what it is, I guess. So... I can't defend what I don't know, so... If he wants to do whatever he's doing on his own, then he has to deal with it on his own if the consequences come.
I see. And if he has been a conduit,
There's no way for me to know what he is, so... Again,
I mean, if they are aware of our current plans, simply due to his presence.
whatever we've planned so far has not really been anything that's secret, I guess you could say. I guess, to speak frankly, I haven't had the greatest of plans. We're just trying to make sure that there is a resistance when Zodiac comes.
I suppose. The nature of what that resistance may be, them knowing can't help.
Da. But yeah. In any case, yeah, I guess that's it. You asked if I trust him. I can never trust him, and now I trust him less, so, and I can't vouch for what I don't know, and that's where I'm at right now.
You said he left something with your partner, with his heiress.
Right, apparently his daughter, I don't know the full story with that somehow. His daughter was, thought was dead, or in a comatose state, or something like that, and she somehow wound up on the ship due to Kaushik's reviving Crowley from the dead after he was residing in her body. And yeah, that's what I understand, something along those lines.
I profess I understand little of that myself. I'm not a man of magic.
Well, it is definitely confusing, so got to say I'm on edge about it.
I see.
But yeah, so
about this time, Pip knocks on the door.
yeah.
Like, come in.
Sure.
Just come in, shut the door. All right. So what's going on? What the hell?
We're
You fell on my ship. You said there were problems. World,
These
chaos,
things are true.
whatever. I don't really know what's going on. And I'd like to know what's going on.
I mean, I can give you the short rundown. We were in Sharn. This is before we got Broom with us. Broom, we just met a little while ago. We were in Sharn helping Milo, Otto's creator, deal with some issues in his past, and got wrapped up in some dealings with an old friend of yours. But in a lot of ways, we were trying to track down these missing children, which we believe might also have some... long story short, Zoriat, material plane, invasion zone.
Yes. Plane of madness will spill over.
So you're trying to fight the plane of madness?
Yeah. We're trying to get support so that when the invasion comes, we can stop it. Or stop it from happening, or seal it better so that it can't come through. We need a light
That we're here
Bishik.
to acquire. Yeah.
Correct. The stuff that purple stuff that he's got, it apparently cuts through Zoriat or chaos like butter.
Bypasses their resistance to mortal elements.
Can it be used to supplement existing weapons? Or do we have to buy things that are already been made?
It can be forged. My pick is coated. It is not pure Bishik.
I'm not super keen on that whole process, but I imagine we'll have to get something here that'll work in one shape.
It is difficult.
Right. So I doubt that they're going to let us go up and, give them a handful of gold and we go about our business.
Sure. I have 2 daggers and a sword, or rapier.
For the quantities we will need far more than personally we can carry, I suspect.
Okay.
We need to arm more than ourselves.
So large are we just trying to transport it back to the material plane?
I suppose that would be the bare minimum. I have worked it. I do not know how well I could teach the process.
I'm sure
You're
if
trying
you
to
could,
arm an army? Oh.
I'm sure if you could teach Otto, I'm sure he could probably do it.
2 smiths will be far too few.
Right, but I mean, I honestly don't know how much we're going to be able to get. I guess that's a problem whenever we find out that we can get any at all.
Aye. Okay.
I will say, Brune, if you would like to communicate this, because I don't know if we talked about this very much, but your pick was, before it was coded, was effective, albeit not as much against the
like the more mundane creatures.
Yeah, the lower, for mechanical versus the lower CR creatures. You can slay creatures of Zoriat with plain weaponry.
Right, which that's something the Shining Guard would be familiar with, as they did. It's the big boys.
Correct, that are completely immune.
As much as possible is ideal. Creatures seem to be, they're more common. Crowds seem to be less affected by, but still affected by materials from the material plane. But it is required to do any battle at all with anything above a certain pay grade.
At the bare minimum, we'll need it to try and, poke
the more
them
we
in,
can get, the better.
Poke them in the eyes out to the generals and leaders of this invasion force.
Even outside of the Lords of Madness, I imagine there will still be other creatures that will be present.
Yeah.
That will be unkillable otherwise.
What do you know about this invasion? When is it happening? Who's leading it? Who are they attacking?
Look at Nortu.
We know pretty little, but we know it's coming soon. There's a manifest zone near passage on the material plane, and a lot of them are already on the material plane. There's been breaches and incursions. It's something that's going to be big soon.
They are also at least below ground in greater numbers.
Yeah.
My people and I fled from them for some time.
And what's this about your friend being from Zoriat?
I'm
What I was asking myself.
How is that dispel magic looking?
Oh, you already used it. Are you gonna cast detect magic again to see if it's back up?
I'll just go ahead and throw another 3rd level out just in case he's.
Okay.
We're gonna get jumped by fucking magical spook, like celestial spooks. We're like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, the long and short of it is that I don't fucking know. It's news to me. Just a few hours ago, something weird happening with his body or something and his daughter that Kaushik did, and I don't know. It's probably better if we speak with her. If you want to grab her, maybe she has some more information.
Oh, yeah, I will. What about Milo? What happened to Milo? I just totally stole Kaushik's accent. I don't know what's going on with that. Ooh, I was gonna grab her. I was grab her accent.
Thief.
From what I understand, he just kind of ceased to be. I wasn't there.
And Melgrim? Yeah, the dwarf friend.
Melgrim.
He was. Him and his family were disintegrated by Idril, Kaushik's father.
Sweet Jesus. You guys, you sure do have a lot going on. But my life was dramatic. All right, I'm gonna go get Kaushik. Run out.
Bundles of joy.
We're happy.
You met Buddy today. This campaign's going up. It's going uphill, okay?
It's
on.
nothing but up from now on.
Hey, Kaushik. What you doing, girl?
Kaushik's still just sitting at the at the bar or whatever, just sipping the same beer real slow.
And said, "Aye, bring your drink along. Come along."
I will say at whatever juncture that the chess activity is wrapped up, Otto would have gone and sat at the bar and attempted to make small talk and be friendly with Bernard.
Okay.
He's like, how is the weather? The same.
How does your trunk function? Is it similar as to your?
There'll be some
Yeah,
like,
we'll
so
count
tell me
those.
about
Or
yourself
else.
type thing, like legitimately trying to get to know him, whether he wanted
What a
to be
nice
gotten to
guy.
know or not.
What a nice wharf word.
Kashik will go along and follow Pip.
Do like the code knock.
Yeah, come on in.
No,
So-
no, with the shaving haircut.
So wait for the door to close, and then immediately, so Kashik, what happened with Corelli's daughter? We got a few seconds to talk, so let's just get it out.
Kashik goes over literally every detail of what happened, including the spider thing pulling Crowley's body out of the mask. Do I need to go through it in accents? I will.
If you just want to say that you're speed running that story, tell me if
Yeah.
you are leaving out any details.
Speedrun that story, leave out no detail.
Okay.
This did not seem concerning.
God, he's always been a very strange person. I wasn't, shrouded in mystery. I figured it was just another one of those.
You said the mask had spider legs.
Yeah.
I was typing that in the Skype chat. He's
But
always been a
they-
strange guy. Spider leg mask.
And so now Crowley is suffused to this mask, from what I understand.
That's what it seems like. I don't know the details any more than you do of the mask, at least.
So is it safe to? I mean, I don't know how your magic works. Did you create a new body when you resurrected him? Or did it create a body for him?
I didn't. That's not how it works.
I'm okay. So this,
So the mask created it for him. The mask. He is the mask now,
Mask is him.
to some extent. Whatever it is. And Exelos seemed quite sure that it was of Zorbiad.
all right. So how do you get rid of something like that if their body is from Zoriat? I mean, is Corelli even really in there?
I can't say for sure, but it doesn't seem like the concern and the love for his daughter was feigned, so
His
there's gotta be
daughter's
some semblance of Crowley.
his daughter's not with a body suffused with Zoriat on the plane of law, so
What does that have to do with what I said?
yeah, well, it's not relevant information. That's kind of a pickle that might come up here soon.
Dog deals may be made in desperation.
Nah.
He could love his daughter while betraying an entire plane.
Right, but you asked if it was even Crowley at all. What I was saying was
Right.
there's got to be some semblance of him.
Perhaps before, not necessarily after.
All right. So, well, I guess if he wants to share, he will. I don't know what to do. Whether
If he is to be detained by the law, if we are to
Are you
continue
willing
with
to
our
leave him? Oh,
if we are to continue with our mission, we will have to. If he cannot be trusted, it is not It is ill-advised.
I can't really disagree with you.
He has done little to make himself trustworthy, even when confronted.
Well,
Talking real aggressively for someone whose name doesn't start with Uncle.
Hey, I've passed every check.
I never rolled against you.
Neither does Otto. He doesn't roll against uncles.
only ants.
Is this,
Nope.
is this an Uncle Roger thing? Like, what's going on here?
Jesus.
Downstairs, Otto and Azur, you will notice that the Baroness Esravash stands up and leaves this area, grabbing her key and goes upstairs. Quietly, she does not say anything to either of you.
Otto's probably wrapped up in either conversation or attempted conversation, one of the two.
He will engage in conversation. I'll say that anything that strays too far out of his realm will confuse him. He will seem legitimately lost on anything that goes much further beyond these walls, it seems.
The aim of the conversation would have been more like getting to know him, his, have you always been a bartender? Tell me about your family. What do you like to do in your spare time? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, guys. I just wanted that known. But back to you guys. What were you saying, Kasha? Because you were saying something. I interrupted you. My bad.
That's okay. I was just gonna say that amongst the talking back and forth, Kaushik is getting visibly more and more frustrated. And then at a point she will exasperatedly and then turn around and leave the room, closing the door behind her and walking to room 1. Crowley, we need to talk.
There's a weak enter.
Kaushik will enter.
There is a non-masked man on the floor with long white hair and kind of a stubbly beard.
Oh.
Before he looks up and the mask just takes over his face again. I'm sorry. Did you need something, Kaushik?
Kaushik just hands on her hips. Well, who is that?
That was Caiaphas Crowley. As he was. Long ago.
So that's what you really look like.
That's what I last looked like before I was bound to my daughter's body.
Crowley, we need to have a conversation.
Were there chairs in this room, DM? I forget. No.
Stand! It's good for you. Wall sit. It's good exercise.
You know what? I'm gonna offer the edge of the bed to her, and I'm gonna sit against the
Build those
desk.
quads.
Either way, that's better.
Okay.
Please feel free to ask. We have
stands
no
up from
secret.
her
Artyom
position.
will call down the hallway. They're listening. If you want to have a chat, do so surreptitiously.
Dispel.
Can you cast Dispel Magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kaushik. I have a barking mosquito in here, so just beware.
Is the little pug. Little squish face.
In the plane of wall, dogs bark at exact intervals throughout the night.
Oh God.
Crowley, you've made yourself nothing but entirely untrustworthy to this entire group. We don't know who you really are or what you're really doing. We don't understand anything about you. Especially now after this split from your daughter, whatever spell you had me cast, whatever you had me do to bring you here, it's causing a rift between everyone. We just need to know.
Well, what do you want to know?
What is going on?
Well, I confess you have me a little surprised because as you may have ascertained when we performed the ritual, I did not expect to make it this far. I was honestly ready to pull the big curtain, as it were. The final bow. Die. Is this... No, okay.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I
alright.
sorry, I'm reading.
There's that barking mosquito.
Oh. It's now 9:00.
The Doberman like guards at the gate start barking. at someone who-
Doberman. He said.
Those are the pug guards. Those are closer,
Yeah.
closer inside, more protected.
That doorbell got rang.
Oh, I'm so excited. For 9:00, that is. Yeah, I suppose you're wondering about the spell, is what you said, yes? The spell, the ritual we had.
I want to know what came out of that mask.
So, very readily.
The mask is growling.
The mask is growling.
He knows what I mean.
Back when I
He's
had,
really breathing.
yeah, he is so excited.
Oh, God.
He's like, tell me the backstory, please. I want to know.
Exposit exposition, Bard.
All right. Back when I was first forced to deal with the entity which possessed the mask, I bartered with my own soul and not my daughter's. Oh man, you are just...
It's okay, go ahead.
I made a quick deal to bind my own soul with it and leave my daughters intact. Yeah, hey, he's chortling. Hello. Anyway.
I love it.
So, as things progressed, I told you I had many plans in lay to deal with the issues that came with having such a creature. Man, for a place of order, this is very loud. Can I just say, I'm leaving a 1-star Yelp review.
This is the plane of Matt that's going on. Okay.
Are you a plane? Or plane?
It's Bernard out there blowing his trunk because he's in his stuffy trunk. He was going.
These elephant jowls, they are quite large.
They are quite large, aren't they? Anyway, I told you before when we were dealing with the issue that we would have, I had certain methods in place to deal with the entity should it ever possess my body. When you performed the ritual, I made it such that you pulled, as you understand, you needed a piece of me physically to resurrect. There is no such existence of my body. I bound my soul to the mask to allow you the opportunity to resurrect me personally. There is no touch of Zoriat with my daughter, and if there is, it is not from the mask, as we pulled the entirety of it out when we forged a new body for my own soul.
There's no touch of Zoriat with your daughter, yes, but with you?
Oh, absolutely, all day, every day, upside, inside out, living order and madness. I told you I'm part of the entity now. We bound our souls together way back in Sharn. This is just a physical manifestation of the madness. But even though I did not plan to come back for this final curtain call, I did have a singular plan to deal with it. Crowley produces an item from his back pocket, something you've seen before, and holds over to you the Keeper's Fang.
Remind me what that is.
Oh, we got it when we were dealing with Milo's group of fun-loving friends. Basically, whenever you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, it slays the creature and sends its soul to the Keeper. So, potentially no coming back, but maybe Crowley will finagle a way through. This will send my soul straight to the gates. Should I feel even a sliver of control lose, that is what I am prepared to do, Koshik.
And if it takes you over entirely in one fell swoop and you have no action against it, then you can't control it.
And that is why he's going to twirl the dagger. I'll make a performance check. It's amazing. Everyone should know. And he's gonna hold the hilt out to you, Koshi. Then I expect you to see it done.
God.
Any of you, really.
But how will we know? Is the problem, Crowley?
Well, I can share with you some tidbits of information about the entity, though I am sealed slightly with our own conversation. The entity itself is and Crowley closes his eyes as like something like twitches in the side of his cheek. It is a scorned soul of Zoriat. It also requires vengeance on those that cast it out. When it saw the entity in the last plane we were on, it demanded vengeance of me and did attempt to try to take over, to destroy the being that cast it out. And give me some room for this interpretation, but I managed to keep control. Though it is a being of Zoriat, it is also an enemy of Zoriat. Do you understand what I'm saying, Koshik?
Oh. Koshik might, Brittany doesn't. Do I understand what he's saying?
I mean, on a higher level, if you were to say that Koshik understands, essentially what Matt is saying here is that the creature that is in his mask has a beef with certain folks in Zoriat. That's what is Crowley saying.
Okay.
It is of the plane of Zoriat. It has people that it hates there.
You gotta put it in millennial terms for me. They got beef.
Oh shit! Yeah, we got beef, bro.
The vibes are not right.
The vibes.
The vibes are bad.
However,
once it gets its vengeance, it wants to dab on them. You understand?
Got it. Ian, show me how that works. Yeah. Okay. I understand completely now.
I'm the dab master.
Wait, are you telling me you have Starscream in your mask?
No. Being two creatures that sought vengeance, we merged together and took the opportunity. I saw a chance at Zoriat and saving my daughter. It saw a chance at vengeance.
Do you see a chance of getting out of the plane of order without being the plane of order, the plane of law, without being seen for what you halfway are?
The creature that we met that named me was the first to ever detect anything of that magnitude. I do not doubt that there are others, but in all seriousness, are you asking me if I have a chance? Yes. I'll be charming. Ooh-woo for your millennial sensibilities.
Oh, right. Ooh-woo.
And if not, then I will be equally charming, and I will not give them any cause to do me harm. What matters is that the party moves forward and continues its task. There is one more thing I should tell you, since we're just having this heart-to-heart right now, Koshik. Since I feel the need to unburden myself to you. And he's going to reach into his jacket full of all these wonderful items now.
I'm gonna get murdered. Bum, 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 bum.
And modify memory. No, I'm kidding. I just needed someone to talk to. I didn't say you get to keep the memory.
There.
That'd be so fucked up.
I got something else for you. Pocket sand.
I have a journal here, and if at any point my time should come, it will open for my daughter, and I suggest you read it. It details everything that's happened since the morning. I will not mind if you look through it. And he like, do you reach for it?
Mm-hmm.
He holds it firmly, and he pulls you closer. This holds the truth in its entirety, Kolchak. Do not open it on a whim.
Right. Kashyyyk will take it and tuck it into one of her. Is it big?
Oh God, it is. If I had to throw Google Docs at you, it's at least like over one per session for the last 3 years.
Yeah, she'll tuck it into the bag of holding.
It's like the Encyclopedia Britannica, just the whole thing, all of them.
I think page 3 is like Gandalf's an idiot. We'll get past this.
Kashyyyk is going to, I'm not gonna say without another word, she's going to turn to walk out, and then she's going to turn back to him and say, "It might make me a fool, but I do trust you so, Crowley."
And for what you've done for me, Kashyyyk, I will strive to be worthy of that trust. Believe you me, even if they don't.
Don't make me look stupid. Then closes the door and walks out. And
Plays
Kashyyyk,
Worlds Violent. I'm sorry.
Kashyyyk will go to Bernard and ask for room key. No.
No! I'm just
We got
kidding. He
dwarves
told me
now,
about
so-
jokes just a moment ago. Here you are.
Cute.
He hands you number 4.
Perfect. That's my favorite number. I will go to room number 4. I will lock the door behind me. Sit down at the table. Is there a chair at the table or just a
Bed.
table?
Bed.
Sit down on the bed.
Okay.
Get real comfy. Tuck myself in. Pull out the bag of holding. Crack that journal. I've got all
Put on
night.
your readers.
Baby, let's go.
He's gonna open up that journal and then like fucking tentacles are gonna fly out and
Oh.
like suck her ass fucking in there through like a fucking
Oh,
portal to
shit.
Zoriat, and then like the Law and Order SWAT team are gonna come in and just start blasting all of us.
She was the Zoriat member all along. You see this? Look at her. She had the dark item.
Maybe the real Zoriat were the friends we made along the way.
Apparently.
What the fuck?
The glitter pen lying in the floor.
It do be like that.
Crowley will stick his head out though afterwards, and he'll give you 10 minutes or so, and he's going to call for Otto.
Yes, Uncle Crowley.
Please come upstairs.
1 moment, please, he says to the bartender he is conversing with, and then... What can I do for you, Uncle?
What a
Please step
funny
inside.
disposition.
I didn't hear you over in. What was that?
Oh, please step inside. Ignore him.
Fuck
course.
up, Ian.
Crowley will dispel magic again over his head. And,
I don't think we're supposed to be doing that, Uncle.
Well, when they break down the door, they'll let us know. I have some questions for you. Are perhaps some rooms of study? Obviously, you are skilled in some ways as opposed to your father. This will help the party in the long run, but it should be between you and I until such time as it is necessary. Do you understand?
What would you like me to look into?
It was an angelic being in the last plane that, what, did he look angelic? He had wings when he detected me. I forget his name. That detected Crowley and Zoriat.
Exelos did not
Yeah,
have wings.
Okay, cool. Exelos was able to detect traces of Zoriat on my being. No one else up to this point has done so, and that is worrisome in its own regard. Do you understand what I'm saying, Otto?
Why would he have detected those traces, Uncle?
Well, because I have them.
Is it damaging to you?
No, it kept me going until the point where I could get my daughter back, Otto.
I understand.
I knew you would, Otto. I appreciate it. Now, Otto, point of fact. We need to be able to find out. It is, in my opinion, that these traces of Zoriat are sneaking around or potentially may go undercover throughout the plains. We must be able to discover them as Exelos did.
I see. A fine-tuned magical detection.
Indeed. And as such, I'm willing to give you traces of my blood or whatever necessary for you to work together and find out how best and how possible to detect these things.
Are you certain, Uncle? That can be a powerful catalyst.
It could be a very powerful catalyst to use against me, but that is the second marker. In case something happens to me due to my own connection with Zoriat, I wish for you to use it against me.
I do not comprehend.
Should the being I am bound with take over me, you are one of the only ones I trust to help put an end to it.
I am confident that will never be necessary, but should it arise, I will do so.
I'm very thankful. And as such, I would like to offer you, if you have any vials, some of this blood.
This man got lab equipment. Of course he got vials.
Of course. This is something I had planned to do long ago, of course, but as you know, we are now in the realm of order, and it's more important. If I ever separate from you, you should have this.
I will keep it safe, Uncle.
Okay. So what is it? It's across the river, not down.
I'm pretty certain that Otto will have extraction equipment. You don't need to do it in quite that.
I'm kidding. Crowley will pull up his sleeve and bare a white arm, and if Otto is paying attention, when he starts sticking the arm, the mask will go away and a white-haired figure will kind of be sitting there in front of him instead.
A white-haired figure.
Yeah.
A human white-haired figure?
Half-elf.
Noted. Otto will take 4 vials of blood, I guess. I'll add that creepy detail to my inventory, I guess.
One of the other things I'd like to ask of you, Otto, is to, once we have done this, I wish for you to, there should be no traces of Zoriat with my daughter, who is on the ship cared for by Erish. I wish
but
for you
you would like for me to check.
I would like for you to check, and this is the last thing, Otto, and this is between you and I in case I am eradicated. Are we
Certainly.
clear? I wish for you to watch out for my daughter. She is also a child. She has no memory of the past few years since the morning. She has been alone and in the cold for so long. She needs an ally among the crew.
Otto will actually be kind of quiet for a moment while Crowley is talking, and for a few moments after, kind of stopped in the task of having drawn the blood and, putting on the gauze and the Band-Aid and all that, and just kind of look up at Crowley and say, Uncle, my father trusted all of you with me. Of course, you can trust your daughter with us as well.
I thank you for that, Otto. I know it's difficult having an uncle such as I. I haven't had a chance to be a father for too long again, but
it is not difficult.
All right.
It is a blessing.
Well, when you go across the breadth of Corvair seeking vengeance, then it's kind of hard to kindle that feeling back up, Otto.
I look forward to a time when you do not have to concern yourself with vengeance.
As do I, my friend. You have been a great nephew to me. Thank you.
I will get to work on this task. Have an excellent rest of your evening.
You as well.
After leaving Crowley's room, Otto will go back down to the bar, apologize to Bernard for not being able to continue their conversation as he now has things to do, and ask for a room key so that he can get to work.
Number 5.
Thank you very much. Have an excellent rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow.
You as well.
And he will go and begin studying one of the 4 vials for all of the things discussed to detect Zoriati magic or presence.
Okay. And on that note, as you go up and you start testing tubes, we see Kaushik reading a journal on a bed. See Brune and Artyom stewing, conversating maybe in a room. What do we see Azure? Pip in that room with Artyom and Brune as well. What is Azure doing?
Mostly this whole time he's been contemplating, deep in thought about all the emotions and all the things that he's wanted to say to his mother over the years. With a big sigh, he just goes, grabs his key, and goes to his room.
Gotcha. With that, we're going to go on break. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing with us. Thank you guys for joining us and watching this wonderful stuff. So we'll be back here. Give us about 15 minutes. We're going to take a bio break and a drink. Oh, Jesus. The dabs are spreading.
Yes!
They're contagious. No.
A dub.
All right.
It's
So-
genetic.
Go take care of yourself. Drop a follow if you haven't. Drop a sub if you're feeling into your hearts of hearts. Most of all, ! charity. Donate to Extra Life. That's the real important stuff. We're going to go on break. Don't go anywhere. Much love.
Bye.
And hello, everybody. We're back. It is us, all of the same people, mostly, that were here just a few minutes ago.
I've been replaced.
Huh?
It's body snatcher time. Always has been.
We're all AI.
Correct. This is an AI simulated stream.
That's fucking crazy.
So, once we left off, our heroes here found themselves on Don V, the plane of law. They were greeted by a wonderful gentleman, a drill sergeant, kick your ass. They were greeted with a planar patrol of some sorts that have since their being here. They are here on the plane of Don V to find an individual known as Hage Shiryu, to find aligned Baishik, looking for a tool. This metal is as a tool, as a weapon against the plane of chaos, Zoriat. So they were, for all intents and purposes, quarantined in this tavern, the Hearsay, where they have a Loxodon-esque bartender, and have been discussing some things that have been on the mind, like Crowley's recent affliction. And Crowley has now come clean with at least Kaushik amongst the group. Brune, Artyom, and Pip find themselves in a room discussing these things. Azur, considering speaking to his mother, who was sent along with them for her safety, the Baroness Esravash Delirandar, who took her key and went up to her room silently without saying anything. Otto, after a brief conversation with Crowley, is now attempting to discern attempting to find ways to discern creatures of Zoriat. So, we pick back up the same day. It's probably just a couple of hours later, getting close to bedtime, but maybe not quite there. 8 p.m. or so. Shiny Vanguard, is there any other conversations you wish to have tonight?
I'm a bit preoccupied.
Sure. You're doing science.
I'm reading.
Nerd.
Pip is gonna ask Artyom, what happened to the boy? Where's the boy?
What boy?
That was in your group. The boy, the grim one, you know, the soldier.
He's well, he's the king of
How
Karnas.
high is the mortality rate?
Well, no, he's the king of Karnas now. It's not the
he
joke.
did not die.
No, he didn't die. It turns out he was royalty.
I'm sorry, you said the king of Karnath.
Right.
Okay.
He's Karn the Conqueror. No, I'm kidding. He's conquered the Karns. No, he didn't. He saved the whole city, and then there is some stuff with the current ruler that we fixed, and he is the king now. The rightful king, though.
I thought I was busy all this time.
It's
Right.
been a pretty heavy few months. Yep. So what have you been doing? You're on the plane of air.
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Whatever happened to that cape?
Babe.
They
We
closed.
had the cape, and it got,
Oh, you guys had the.
and we
Oh,
dropped
but
it off to the,
Oh, yeah.
the lamp boys, the dark
Yeah,
lamps.
I was like,
The lamp boys.
the dark
The
lamps.
lamp
yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dark lamps, and then they disappeared,
Oh,
and then there was
your
like
friends took
there was an accident on the news, and we were like, oh shit, but we had places to be, so we left. We did not investigate further.
Right, which is why Artyom's asking. Like, yeah, I mean, she was trying to steal it, right? If I understand correctly.
Yeah, she jumped off the last
Yeah.
any member of the party. Sorry, she jumped off of a fucking platform.
Was Gandalf, Milo, and Artyom were at the house, so they didn't
we
know.
were not present for that exact interaction.
Oh, your friends took it.
Wait.
Right, John.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know if you kept tabs on it afterwards. We kind of left the city. I had the case of getting killed, but when we were leaving, so I didn't catch up with that.
It's been an adventure. No,
2 times now, but hey,
Yeah.
no counting.
I ended up in the plane of air pretty much like you did, and hadn't been back since, so missed out on all of that.
So, all right. So, I mean, so what happened with your boss?
To be honest, I don't know. I have not had any interaction with the material plane since I've been gone.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just sailing here and there.
You were in jail a lot, weren't you?
A lot. Define a lot.
A few months.
Oh, no, just once or twice. Just once, I think. One significant time.
Right. Okay. I was in jail for a year.
For a year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you know how it is. Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
It's pretty boring. Yeah.
No, we were arrested, and they offered us a deal. We could go rescue Exelos or die. Pretty easy choice.
Oh, so you know Exelos then. So you rescued Exelos. Like, was he fighting Zoriat?
In a manner of speaking, yeah. He had a little bit of. He'd been fighting for a long time. You fight that long, you get demons, you know?
No.
You're a warrior, you know.
Could you elaborate? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean he gets demons?
Not actual demons. I forget. So no, just my understanding is that he had some confusion, maybe delusions, and ended up killing some of his mates. And so he trapped himself so that he couldn't be a danger to anyone anymore. But he's needed because he's the one that can save. He's the one that can fight.
Oh,
So-
okay. So he's a little crazy then.
I wouldn't say crazy. That's a little harsh. But he's been affected by the things he's done.
Okay.
He takes it very seriously, the Zoriat stuff.
Yeah,
I know him super well. We're not like mates or anything, but that's what I understood.
okay. Well, he seems to be the newest stuff when it comes to fighting Zoriat, so it's good in my book. It,
I believe
Is
he
Broom
used to
still in
be,
the room?
like- Broom.
I mean, just assuming this is immediately following the conversation. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just kind of sitting here listening, just like,
It's just like, yeah. My understanding is he used to be part of a whole. There used to be a whole cadre of warriors like himself, and he was the best of the best.
That's what he-
The Wind Dukes. I don't know a lot about it. Like I said, I've only been on the plane of air a couple months. The lore wasn't necessarily what I was paying attention to, but so he's the last one.
cool.
The lore.
I see.
I don't know. Maybe we can ask the Baron sometime. We'll probably have plenty of time tonight since it's only like it's still have like 11 hours.
It's easy.
Okay.
Is the Baroness awake? We could ask her.
I don't know if Azur was about to go talk to his mom or not. So.
No, he went into his room.
Oh,
right?
good
Oh, he
point.
went to his
Yeah.
own room. Okay. No, that was out of character. That I was asking that. Azure went to his own room?
Yeah, Azure went to his own room.
Okay. I guess we could ask her and see what's up with that whole thing then.
Bro, is Mazurth in this tavern?
That's up to Azure.
That's a big fuck off Drake and just hanging out.
Yeah.
Buddy was in here not too long ago, so
Oh yeah, I guess if Buddy can get in here, then it's a big spot. It's a big old howdy. Okay.
Interesting. I will say it did not sound like she was terribly familiar with the plane as a whole. These conversations, this was just a place she came to get away.
Nah.
To
Oh.
get away.
Yeah, it seems like she didn't really fancy being too much of a leader, or I don't know. She didn't like being cooped up and having to stay in one spot, I guess. I guess let's go talk to her and see firsthand. I mean, I just assumed once you have a situation like this, where Zoriat comes through and maybe, kills your baby daddy or whatever is going to happen over there in the plane of air, that you'd be like, sure, I'll support your war effort, but you never know.
Where'd Pasha go? She never came back.
I do not think she appreciated the intent of abandoning someone she still views as a companion.
Don't get me wrong, I still view Crowley as a companion. I'm not going to bear arms against Crowley or anything like that, but I can't really defend him if he doesn't give me any grounds to. In any case, let's go make sure Koshik's okay. And then
Just
we
step
can...
outside. Koshik's is dead in the corridor.
She's like halfway hanging out of Crowley's room with like tentacles coming out of her eyeballs. Like, oh no!
Help! Oh shit.
Help me.
are you guys taking a field trip over to Koshik's room?
Help me.
Just three
I mean,
people
I
in this hallway.
Yeah, I just assume that there's,
Hey,
Koshik,
Gucci.
a knock on your door.
Keeping it 100.
keeping it.
Hearing a knock on her door, Koshik will quickly close the journal, tuck it underneath her pillow, or her body if there's not a pillow. Come in.
Hey, are you okay? Did you talk with Crowley?
I'm fine. I did. He gave me this. Koshik will stand up and pull out the dagger thingy. I can't remember what it's called.
Keeper's Fang.
The Keeper's Fang.
Okay.
Assuming Artyom knows what it is. Does Artyom know what that is?
Artyom would remember it from Sharn. He may not know what it is specifically. I don't remember who identified those items. If it was Milo.
Probably Milo. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was a group effort because we ID'd the Keeper's Fang, the armor, the kukri, all that fun stuff. Once the gloves.
Yeah. So I think at the very least, Artyom would recognize it as an assassin's dagger.
Knowing that there is not a spell, Koshik will try to. Oh my gosh. Sorry if I'll hear her. Koshik will try to be discreet in her explanation. So that if an issue arises, we can take care of him.
All right. So he's not in control of himself, then?
Yes. If it's a failsafe. If worst case scenario, there's a problem, we can handle it. And it's kind of holds up the Keeper's Fang.
All right. So what did they say about his body?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Artyom, I don't know how to talk about this right now. Just kind of like looks around the room. They're listening.
Right. Well, he got the new one when you cast a spell, and is it bad or is it okay?
Okay is a good descriptor.
Okay, so everything's fine then.
Well, now, yes.
But you still need this fail-safe dagger.
There's a potential for something to go awry, but small potential.
Those two things seem so it's a mental thing then. If the body is okay, but the mind isn't, then.
He's merged with the mask.
Right. Okay. So the body is not okay then.
It's not bad. It just is.
So what about his? So. Okay.
This
So
is so hard
I'll
to
just-
talk about
I'll
discreetly,
I'll just talk with him later. We can just
Yeah,
lay
yes,
everything down
perfect.
on the table.
Wonderful.
It'll be
Yes,
fine.
absolutely.
Okay. I was just making sure you're okay.
Yes, I'm wonderful. Thank you. Now, if you excuse me, I'd like to get back to bed.
Sure.
Well,
I don't know how to do this discreetly or not being impolite. So use a first level spell slot to cast detect magic on Koshik.
What? I mean,
You probably
I'm
know
magic
what-
within myself, so like,
casting detect magic looks like from RTM with him doing it. He's not gonna do it as a ritual. He's just gonna actually use a spell slot.
bow.
Mhm.
Just to, like, I'm gonna make sure you don't have like an enchantment on your brain or you didn't get like mind warped or anything. I know how Crowley do.
right.
So you're looking for traces of Zoriat or something like that?
Traces of Zoriat or her being like enchanted or something.
Sure.
The whammy.
Like under a charm effect of some sort.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
I can't be charmed if I'm not mistaken.
You have advantage on saving throws
Oh
against
yeah,
being
okay,
charmed.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just affected by the charming personality.
Hey, there you go.
W Riz, as it were.
We were talking about millennial. That's Gen Z speak
Yeah,
that we're
yeah.
getting into. This is
Yeah.
very-
Adapt with the times, I guess.
You whippersnappers gonna make my heart
Back
go
in
out.
my day.
All right.
We said
You cast
stick
detect
with it.
magic, and her cloak, Dario's cloak, lights up. Clearly, you've seen that exude some magic. Her gloves light up. You've seen her catch herself with those before as well. Her arm is tracing up along the lines. You've seen that before. You know that it happened sometime, maybe not exactly when. I don't know if Koshik has shared the details of that. But sort of you see it like trail up following that, with the exception of you see it extend past that as well, and it goes up her arm, over her shoulder, and over her back at this point, and it is now all the way to her left shoulder. And it looks like flowing ink in detect magic.
Wait, what's going on with your arm there? Does it have like a school of magic?
I think you get that with detect magic, right? You get the school
Right.
of magic.
Does it have a vibe?
Yes, necromancy.
Necromancy.
So
It's
It's my
Well-
dragon mark, right? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about
Yeah.
my arm regrowth? Okay, yeah.
Your arm regrowing.
My arm regrowth.
It's just a skeleton.
Your
hand.
regrown arm is mundane at this point. But yes, I am talking about that aberrant dragon. I am talking about the dragon.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that thing on your arm and back?
God, I'm trying to kind of like look over at her back.
No, I
obviously.
mean,
What do you-
magically speaking, there's an ink around you or through your body.
I don't know. What do you mean?
Is she giving it to me the deception check, or
I mean, Koshik doesn't see it as an ink around her body, does she? And she can't see that it's traveled up to her back because, again, she cannot see her back. So
There is something
confused.
going up your arm and over around your back and on your shoulder,
Oh,
like this.
this, yeah. You don't remember when this happened?
It's been like I died sometimes, so.
Are you showing him?
Sorry.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's funny.
I died.
Died.
I
I was
died
dead, but I got
sometime.
better.
What?
I sometimes can kind of forget things and remember things when that happens.
Are you physically showing him the dragon mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Artyom, with the physical view and the detect magic is not quite lining up. The tattoo stops at her forearm.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's much bigger with the magic.
Oh.
It goes all the way to over here. However, it goes mirrors on the stream.
God damn it, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't feel any different. I don't feel anything, and I don't see anything.
Okay.
Magic's strange.
It is it's necromancy. It's in the necrotic.
Would Koshik have any idea about that? Like, about what the...
You have no clue what he's talking about.
Okay. I mean, I have learned a few new spells lately, but I don't know.
Nothing necromantic in origin.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But that's normal then. That's not something that happened tonight.
I guess.
Again, Artyom, she can't see this. Only you can with detect magic.
I have no idea that there's a difference. Well, I don't know when it happened. It could have happened tonight. I have.
I just mean the dragon mark as a whole.
Oh.
Right.
He's been there.
He's been there.
He's
For
been
a
there.
minute.
He's
Okay.
been there. He's
All
like,
right.
what's on your arm? And Koshik said, "It been there."
He's been there. I see.
Oh, all right. Well, if you're all fine, if that's normal-ish, then okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little concerned now, but I guess that's something that I can put off till another time.
No, you just have the mark, so it's fine, right?
Mm-hmm. Koshik's still
Hey.
kind of just looking at his back,
I'm not
trying
an
to reach his
expert
back,
on-
trying to see if
On
she can
dragon
see.
marks, we could always ask the Baroness about that. She probably knows a lot more about them.
Yes, right. Wonderful. Actually, yes. Do you think that that's something we should do tonight, or should we wait until another time?
Well, I mean, there's a good chance that we might be busy tomorrow.
Can I get wisdom checks from both of you?
Busy?
Not you, Brune. It wouldn't make sense for you.
Right. I figured
But-
not. I don't think Bruno knows anything about dragon marks.
Pip is here as well. If I can just get raw wisdom checks from Pip, Koshik, Artyom, yours is going to be at disadvantage.
Damn, he's stupid. 24.
Yeah, old man.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, no, hold on.
Wisdom check, not wisdom saving. throw.
Yeah. So
That's,
not 24.
18 and a 16.
19.
19, very nice. Okay.
Just a wisdom check.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21.
21.
What about you, Pip?
Sorry, that's a 12. I think. I'm making
Okay.
sure I don't have any.
Would she have advantage
extra.
on it?
I don't.
Pip wouldn't. No. This is
Well, with the people she used to run with?
she didn't run with the Tar Cannons. She ran with the
Oh.
Yormark clan.
Oh, that's right.
Right. And well, with Yormark, you see where I'm going with this in that mark on Koshik's arm is like not okay for a lot of people, especially the dragon marked houses. Dragon marked houses are not okay with aberrant dragon marks. That is why the Tar Cannons exist, essentially, as a safe haven for folks with aberrant dragon marks.
And then they just kill people for money. You know?
Hey!
You do what you got to do. It's a tough world out there.
Okay. So
Especially when you kill people for money.
It's tougher for the people you kill, I suppose.
Okay, so
tougher world for them.
It's pretty rough.
Not for long.
So Artyom knows that would be stupid to do.
You say it, and then you're like, wait a minute. Actually,
Alright.
remembering who she is.
Yeah, those are the abhorrent dragon marks or something like that, right?
What?
The abhorrent dragon marks. They're like the really nasty ones or something, like the bad ones.
What?
Right. It's in one
Evil
of the
tattoo.
one of the books that are. They just give. Well, it's supposed to work like the other dragon marks, but like they don't have a house, right? So I don't know.
All right, so we don't talk to her about it then.
Okay.
That was a question. Sorry, I didn't put an upwards inflection at the end.
Yeah, I guess let's just cover that arm up when they're around there. I don't know.
But it is not. Well, it is not common, but it is not completely abnormal.
I mean, it happens, sure.
But, well,
Did your parents have any dragon marks or anything like that? I don't know where abhorrent dragon marks come from.
My parents.
Okay, well, she's stunlocked now. Let's go.
Yeah, did your mom have any?
You ever notice anything weird on her arms when she was making you pancakes?
No,
People be really mean for no reason.
no, I didn't.
Artyom doesn't know that was like the last thing Koshik's parent or mom.
Yeah, but you know, Ken.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
Has
know.
no knowledge. She knows
My
nothing.
mother? No, my father, I don't know. If
You never saw any marks like that on Each.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fine if it hasn't, been bad for you or anything so far. Does it? It seems to have magic, so can you do anything with it?
with my own.
With the dragon mark, the abhorrent dragon mark.
Well, one second. I know there are spells that can
He says, "Let me confirm." I wrote it down what this thing can do.
No.
Nope.
That's why here Brittany muttered to herself is hilarious.
Koshik has used this
can't,
dragon
yeah.
mark in front of you guys, I
Yeah.
believe. She's
Does it-
cast a chromatic
me.
orb from it in front
Yeah, chromatic orb and
of
chill
some
touch
of
I
you.
can do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it super obvious when she uses the dragon mark to do it, or?
Koshik, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think last time you used chromatic orb, like the tattoos like flared up like blood or something. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Ow.
But can we see that? I didn't know if she had like her forearms visible when that happens.
My forearms are usually not visible, so I
There you
don't.
go.
Like, there's like in my fitty, there's maybe like a little tiny baby gap between my bracers and my sleevey. So,
My sleeve.
and now that I'm wearing, I don't think I was wearing Dario's jacket at the time that I did cast, but now that I'm wearing Dario's jacket, I have to actively pull it up for people to be able to see my arms. But
Right.
typically, I am very covered. But when he asked if I can do anything with it, I don't want to hurt anybody,
Right.
but I will.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully that all works out, and yeah, it's a
If
good thing.
it is of the material plane, I think it is.
Yeah, it'll be
Not
fine.
particularly concerning for now.
Nah.
For now, outside influences, what we are watching for.
So, alright, we'll talk to Crowley and we'll talk to the Baroness about making sure we have her support now. And yeah, we'll just make sure we touch base with everyone. And I guess the plane of law and order will know a lot of our business.
Boom, boom.
And before they
God
leave,
damn it.
Koshik would like to say something to Artyom. Artyom, I know you don't necessarily trust him, but don't be too hard on Crowley. He's gone through a lot, right?
Well, I mean, Crowley is a spy at heart. I trust him to do what's right. I don't trust Crowley to tell me the truth. So.
Have a little bit more faith in him. Kashik will usher them out and shut the door.
Okay. What are you guys doing? If there's any other conversations that want to happen tonight, or are you guys just going from room to room at this point? The trio.
Like a middle school girl spend the night party. Like,
Okay.
What are you doing?
Hey, what's going on in here?
Would you like to take part in the pillow
You what?
fight we are organizing?
you what?
A pillow fight.
Wake up!
I will be headbutting people in place using a pillow.
with
With
your
my
bullet helmet.
Oh my god. All right. What are you guys doing though?
Alter self to like a hammerhead shark.
Exelos did say that there would be trials we would have to surpass.
Right. The trials. Well, you know,
Something.
he said those trials, and I assumed that he meant we're going to have to prove ourselves worthy of the Lang Baishik, but now it's feeling like we are going to be put on trial for not being
Evil.
not supposing to be here. I guess.
Right. Either way, perhaps.
Let's go talk to Crowley and see what's going on. Do. Knock on Crowley's door.
Clang, 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 clang.
Crowley,
Hello,
another
Crowley.
knock at your door.
Who is it? Wrong room.
Oh, my apologies.
Deceitful. Totally.
Oh.
Oh.
Enter.
He was in room 0.
So Artyom will come on in there and
Mhm.
bloop with another dispel magic.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So what's the deal, Crowley? Give it to us straight.
What do you want to know?
What?
Specifically do you want to know?
Why are you now a being of Zoriat?
That.
I've been a being of Zoriat since we went to the mental hospital in Sharn.
Okay.
And
My
what is that?
soul was bound to the mask.
Okay. Your
That-
soul.
Go on.
So your soul is bound to this mask. So your body has really no.
Well, that's the thing, Artyom. I don't know where my true body is. I was a pilot, not a pilot. I was piloting my daughter's body for some time. Our souls were mixed together, and then a third soul got mixed in. And I've done everything I can to keep the soul of my daughter safe. So I bound with the Zoriat soul.
So the soul of Crowley and the soul of this entity from Zoriat are one and the same.
Yes, because since I don't have a body, when Kolchak used her magics on me, there was nothing, no physical body of Crowley to pull. So I had her use it on the mask, and through the mask I was able to gain a body.
I can give you a new body.
Well, that's wonderful and all, but there is the very slim chance that it would never have worked. And I will be quite honest with you, as I've been with Kolchak, I didn't expect to make it this far. I had thought that once the body was formed, it would be the final curtain call. That was the plan.
You keep speaking of this other soul. What is this creature?
He's the faceless one. He is, Crowley's eyes will close and he'll just kind of look up. a twisted and scorned being of Zoriat. Creature that hates others of Zoriat just as deeply as its enemies do. When we were confronted in the previous plane by the entity that appeared, the entity within me tried to take over, not to join forces, but to smite the creature at the first opportunity. Its vengeance is real, and I know things of vengeance, Artyom.
Probably roll a charisma saving throw.
Oof.
Oh.
It's Herpin. Where's Kaushik?
Pick. Go burn.
That's a strong 16 DM.
16. Okay. You do hear a very slight voice whisper in your ear as you feel. What weaponry do you have on your body, on your person right now?
None. Now that I've gotten rid of the dagger, I have nothing.
Right.
Punch.
You have RTM, Brune, and Pip in the room.
When did Pip get in here? What's going on?
Is Pip not in the room? There was a trio that's walking around.
I heard
together.
a double. I heard two people speak up.
Pip's
She's
been
been like hanging out.
She's
She's
vibing.
braiding, practicing
Down
her
the
French
street.
braid.
She's practicing braiding her hair when she can change it at a will.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the little things,
So
okay?
she's not relying on skills that she doesn't need to learn. It's okay.
Crowley, you feel your hand, like your eyes lock onto the dagger on Pip's hip. Your hand goes towards it, and you just hear a voice whisper in your head, "And you have robbed me of that." You are able to bring your head back down to your side.
Crowley's hand will extend, and then he'll pull it back and just crush his, crack his fingers audibly. He is very upset that we did not take the opportunity to destroy the being. It's the first time ever that he's tried to take over the wheel, so to speak, of the ship.
My passive perception is 16. Would I notice?
Trying to like go for your dagger.
Yeah. I feel like she would be pretty sensitive to that kind of stuff.
I'm on my bed. Are you that close to me?
No, I'm like kicked up. She's kicked up in the door.
We'll say this is a brief lapse of Crowley. I'll roll a sleight of hand for the creature. Roll me a perception check, Pip. Crowley, what is your sleight of hand?
That's a great question, DM. Let's take a look. It is
Some.
a plus
A
6.
number.
It's a number.
Okay.
62.
What'd you roll, Pip?
17.
You beat me by 1. You notice a very brief moment of Crowley's eyes and hands locked onto your dagger before he pulls it back.
Noted. She'll just kind of like no outward sign that she noticed.
So it is possible for this creature to take over you.
It is very possible for it to take over when beings of Zoriat are when it's most aggressive. Otherwise, yes, it is possible. But this is the only time when I face creatures of Zoriat.
And why would you trust this being?
Because I trust vengeance.
You think yourself above being deceived.
I do not think myself above being deceived. Deception is hand in hand with everything. I just trust that for one intricate moment, when the dagger is plunged in the heart of the beings of Zoriat, we will both smile.
But you feel sure that you're not being deceived by this entity, that everything you see is not going back to some overlord of badness, regardless of its desires. And
Crowley runs and a finger over the bottom of his mask, like right on the cheekbone. He's like, I've not suffered any illusions, as you would speak. Nothing so chaotic. The mask deals in deception. True, but it's mostly concerned with its hunger.
It's hunger? What is it hunger for?
Faces.
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 It hungers for people's, like you have killed people and fed it their faces.
No. That's too literal, Artyom.
Oh.
It's madness. It hungers for identities.
The madness seems so far to do a lot of really nasty shit.
It hungers for identities.
Alright.
I shift into the, who do I want to shift into? I shift into, the, Colonel Yuri again. This identity is not crafted. It is taken from a dead soldier. Not dead by my hand, but dead all the same.
Okay.
This was a real person.
Right, so you're able to copy other people's looks then with the mask.
No, but yes. It feeds upon their identities, Artyom.
I mean, that seems... I understand the words that you're saying, I just don't understand how you get substance off such a thing.
Imagine such. I take the identity of another person. Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Sure.
And then I choose to do away with the... If I do not focus my will, the entity will consume the identity.
So that person just...
No, not entirely, but if I continue to, I could do so that the entity's identity would no longer exist. It would be a simple shadow of its former self. As I did with the Death Giant that we fought with in Karnath.
So you're feeding these things the identities of someone. What does that entail? Just their looks? Who they were? Memories? Are you...
Not the identity being the facade of that person.
So this is a Zoriat entity feeds on the concept of different people's individuality?
That's pretty close, yes.
So it kills them.
No. Unless I force it to, which I have only used on our enemies.
But you can.
I only commit war crimes against people I don't like. That makes me a good guy.
I only commit war crimes against people
Is that a
I
war
don't
crime?
like. Is it a war crime?
I was like,
They're not bound.
That's not in the Geneva Convention.
Yeah,
That's not
Geneva
like technically a
suggestions,
war
please.
crime.
Geneva suggestions. Oh God.
It's on the docket, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll write it in someday.
And so this information, this entity of Zoriat has no lord, no master. It is a rogue agent.
It is a rogue agent which seeks its vengeance upon other beings of Zoriat.
Why?
Because it was cast out. Because it is a scorned soul.
So it seeks revenge to what end? To destroy madness?
That now we border upon the realm of hypothesis.
I will
You say
say,
it is its own individual creature.
Crowley, it did tell you.
Yes.
Okay.
What did I can't remember though.
Sure.
Specifically.
It told you that it seeks revenge on the one that erased it.
There we
That's
go.
why it hungers for faces. It's why it hungers for identities, because it has none itself.
Right. The whole point of the Faceless One is that its identity was wiped out by the being in particular of Zoriat, which I deem to be the one we faced before escaping to this realm here.
Okay, so it's got was it the flesh crafter or something like that? Or the flesh shaper?
It would make sense for it to be.
And this flesh man, Prince of Flesh, removed him from existence.
Removed its identity.
Right. And so now it seeks other identities to fill that void and get the revenge on the...
It seeks it, it hungers for it constantly, but I do not let it continue to gnaw on the identity. It's more of a painless, as opposed to forcing it to chew and gnaw at the identity of a soul.
So it
What
is...
happens to the? Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, go ahead. If you have a question.
What happens to the person?
Nothing. Unless, as I have observed, nothing happens. Everyone that I have taken and let the identity be gone. Therefore, I cannot access it anymore. Nothing has happened. Now, the souls that I choose for it to consume over time, slowly,
It can consume people's souls.
it'll remove their identity entirely.
What does that look like? So this general that you have been parading around about, does he have a family or kids that no longer remember they had an uncle or a grandpa?
No, because this was simply an identity. I did not choose to consume it.
Right.
If I consumed it, I would not have access to this identity any longer.
But you have consumed people's identities.
Yes, but that does no lasting harm. It is as simple as I just want to take your face, your identity, gone.
But you said it will consume their soul if you let it go on and on.
It will consume their identity. Imagine, if you will,
Well,
the charisma of force.
You keep saying soul,
Mhm.
and to me, identity and soul are very different words.
That is true. But their charisma, as it were, will cease to be.
Elris.
If this creature is not our enemy, then let us speak to it.
I have never given it the wheel that far. I'm more than willing to offer you the opportunity to. But I let you know that that is a dam I have never let be open.
If it is not our enemy, then what is the risk?
Hmm.
You say it is an ally.
I didn't say that. I said we have the same intentions.
You dance with your words and you don't say. You use the word to define itself, and that is not helpful. What happens to the people when you steal their identity and you let it gnaw?
Says the pot calling the kettle. I told you, I remove that identity from them. They become as blank.
So they have
Do
no
they become a
face.
vegetable?
They become entirely forgettable.
And
Not
so
to be remembered in history or otherwise.
An ominous existence.
and you've done this to people.
No one that I've successfully fully consumed. Only the Death Giant. But luckily Gora managed to end her before. It helped mute her own charismatic abilities on the field.
Do I remember the Death Giant at all at this point?
Do you remember the Death Giant?
Yeah. Do I remember?
She hit you with a train. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but do we
I
remember like her
don't.
name
I
and
don't.
as an individual?
Archie
then-
don't
Oh.
remember at all.
Yes, you do. You remember her as an individual. You do not forget her. You have not forgotten her as a result of this process.
I weakened her. I did not erase her.
You just said the only one you consumed was this Death Giant, but I
Indeed.
remember.
Consumed with the intent of erasing her completely. I did not fully consume her, as I said before Gorham ended her.
Right.
I don't steal people's identities. I make a copy as a portrait of someone else. I don't steal from them, and I certainly don't touch their souls.
Right, she kind of makes a point. If you have something on your face that's gnawing at people's souls and they steal your identity, I feel like you're trying to dance around the subject that you're probably doing a lot of harm to people and might not be aware of it. Don't know for sure, but it seems like you're not wanting to say that.
Has not harmed anyone.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't remember them if I did. So that kind of puts me at the loss of being
All
able
the
to prove
souls that have
anything.
been consumed are people you would remember.
again, you know, would I remember them? I mean,
You say they become forgettable. That would
Indeed.
indicate that they would not be remembered.
Indeed.
The very words souls have been consumed doesn't really bode too well.
Identities have been consumed.
Consumed doesn't sound too good.
you know, I'm kind of a little remiss to feed any souls to someone from Zoriat, whether they're hell-bent on a revenge kick or not.
I would not feed souls to anyone.
Is it possible that you don't remember? What does
Unlike-
Crowley look like?
Would you know if I showed you?
Could you show me if he wasn't consumed?
I could. But with Pip out.
Sure.
I feel like you are not in a position to negotiate at this time.
I'm not negotiating.
It's all right. I'll check. Hey, my entire existence is to fight Zoriat. If there's a person that can see through this deception, I'm the person to do it.
Absolutely. Okay, did they leave?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to.
Does Pip leave the room?
No.
All right.
Your lack of desire to prove whether you are your own person or not is
I have a better test.
not convincing.
I've already pulled something long ago.
Really.
Yes. And I will shift
Why
into
me?
Pip's true form.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
I'm going to shift into Pip's true form.
So a changeling.
Yep.
I would say you two do not recognize what you see in front of you, other than the fact that it looks like a changeling, like in their natural state. If you think your character would know what that looks like, Pip, you recognize it immediately as it looks like you're looking into a mirror.
Okay.
Not in the form that you
Her
hold
hair goes
currently.
black, and she gets big, and she pulls a
shit.
dagger and starts to go for him.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
I'm just gonna let it happen.
Roll of force.
Y'all.
Let's try not to use too much magic or kill each other. This is plain of law and order. Let's not commit any more crimes than we have to.
I'm just
It's a
saying,
war
if you
crime.
kill someone, technically you're sending them out of the plane of order, and that's breaking the rules. They're leaving the room.
Exactly.
Can't leave the building.
Crowley's gonna look across the way and say, "It doesn't feel good, does it?"
I
never stole anything from you.
You stole
So
an
what you
identity
just
from
said
me.
is, I stole nothing. I copied. I made a picture that looked like I stole nothing from
You
you.
stole. and I
You
told
just
to
said
drop
you
it.
stole my soul. You're a
I
monster.
didn't say I stole your soul. I said I stole your identity.
I stole nothing from you.
Then we'll get rid of it, and I'll give away the identity of the faceless being.
So you just fed my identity to a creature of Zoriat.
I did, and I still seem to remember you.
She just settles back against the door. Her look goes back to regular, but just stone-faced.
I preferred the other look.
Bryn's just gonna turn to Artyom, point at Crowley. This man has no wish to be your ally or our ally. Leave him to the law if they'll have them, and he'll walk out.
Farewell.
Pip will follow him.
Bye.
Crowley, for all of your ability to be a skilled diplomat, I feel like that was probably pretty stupid.
No. They are not the Shining Vanguard. I have no loyalty to them whatsoever. One has betrayed us, and the other I do not know.
Milo is dust. Melgrim is also more tangible dust.
Indeed.
Gandalwin sits on a throne doing paperwork. The Shining Vanguard is less than half of its original members.
Mm-hmm. I will not convince those who do not wish to be convinced, Artyom.
You don't need to make enemies of them if they're going to help us in this fight.
They will do as what benefits them most. On that I have faith.
They might try to stop, spies, which you are, from getting information to the enemy, which you are aligned with.
Align is a strong word.
Your soul is tangled with it. So,
Yeah.
do you
And
want?
it has been since Sharn.
Do you want a new body? Will that help?
I honestly couldn't tell you any better, Artyom.
Well, they're not here now, so I'm giving you a chance. Show me Crowley. Let me know that your soul has not been consumed. If you can show me the true Crowley, that you haven't been consumed by this faceless one.
And Crowley will move forward and place both hands on your shoulder. And then the mask will slowly peel away, revealing a gray-haired man with stubble, looking far older than you, and dark eyes with rings under his eyes. Would you know me, friend? Would you know this face?
I don't know. I'd like to roll an insight check. If you're okay with it.
Hey, roll whatever you want, bro. I'm not even gonna roll against you.
Probably I would like you to either roll deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't have to tell me which.
All right, sure, why not? See, strong arm.
It's okay to say no, but I'd like to use my birthday 20.
Uh-oh.
Suffer.
It is
Suffer
not
well.
okay to say no. He can use that birthday 20 whenever he wants.
That's true. That's why I'm gonna use mine. I'm
Oh!
gonna do that. The drama for a second was great, though.
Crowley, I'd like you to tell Artyom here whether or not that is Caiaphas Crowley's real form.
All right, you don't want to know the numerical value here.
I don't.
Good.
And
It
I
is
want,
Kai.
and I
it
want
is
you
not-
to tell him whether or not Artyom sees any trace of humanity left in there.
Oh, word, of course. You see, not Caiaphas Crowley. This is Caiaphas Cromwell. And the pain in his eyes is very much real, of a man that's just holding everything together. A man that's been stretched way, way too thin.
But is that person not Crowley, not the person that I met outside in Karnath?
In all technicality, not going for any technical details, bullshit aside, that is the man, that is the soul that was imprisoned in his daughter. That is Crowley.
Okay, he just has a different name then.
He has a true name, and a different body, and a different face,
Right.
and a different voice. But yes.
I was muted. You are showing him the form before the morning, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The form, actually the morning of the morning.
All right. We'll make it work.
I've told Kolchik, and he's gonna he's gonna grip a little firmer on your shoulders. I've told Kolchik, and I've told Otto. plans to deal with me if the being takes over our team. And I would not say this in front of them. I will say this to you. All that I've ever cared about is my daughter and revenging myself on those bastards who started it. But I have come to care for the Shining Vanguard, and I will be whatever monster I need be to see my will done. And then the mask is just going to crawl back up.
All right. Yeah.
But hey, if I die, you can try that spell.
Okay. I will. I will. While Crowley has his hands on my shoulder, I'll just give the one arm bro back slap hug. We'll get through it then.
I had faith we would.
Okay.
Oh, but don't trust me. Wink.
Hey, I'm not that stupid.
I never said you were. And he's gonna like clap you on the shoulder and let go.
Well, Artyom will just reach into his coin purse and put a couple of gold on his desk and say, "Well, play more music. I always liked it when you played more music."
Of course.
And they'll leave.
Okay.
Anybody else want to go?
Anyone else want to come to my room? Anyone else want to have a heart to heart? Next. Bring it on. You know what? I will leave with one thing. Like when he closes the door and probably 5 steps afterward, Crowley will play some music, but it is going to be absolutely structured. It's not gonna just suddenly built out into a solo. It's going to follow 4/4 time.
Got that perfect tempo.
A very ordered tempo, if you will.
You're all starting to lay down in your various states of mental soundness. You hearing this tune, you cut down to a Bernard who is tapping his foot very in time with the music that is being played perfectly. As you are removing your armor, Azur, for the night to lay down, you feel a rustle in your breastplate as you're removing your armor for the night. And when you sort of look down and see it, there is a rolled up piece of paper.
Let's look at that piece of paper.
You unroll it, and on the back, in words that look like they were probably traced with lightning, it says "Happy Birthday?" ? You flip it around, and if you would please add to your inventory a scroll of wish.
Yo, what?
That's a big old scroll, my dude.
Yo, what?
Holy.
Oh God, we're going to die.
Holy.
Let me tell you about this man named Melgrim.
So, you will have to add that in manually into your inventory, if you will. But there you go.
How are you just gonna there you go? Something like that.
Because I can.
It's not a big deal. I'm just saying, man. Careful wording, important.
don't trust that man. You should not.
Okay. Artyom,
Uh-oh.
as you are removing your armor for the night, getting ready for bed, you too feel a rustle underneath your armor.
Is it tentacles?
Spider snake, baby.
Woo.
You remove your shirt. You feel something odd on your shoulder, in between your neck and your shoulder, right about here. And it does not feel right. You feel like bristly type hair. As you walk over to the cupboard, the mirror, you look at the mirror, you see lips and teeth form on your shoulder as a mouth opens up on your shoulder. It was getting hard to breathe in there.
That's not good.
That's nasty.
This looks like some definite Zoriat stuff.
You cut back. We have a cut scene of the moment you turned around.
Is this where Crowley grabbed my shoulders?
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure, like, this motherfucker just infected me with Zoriat! We had a real moment!
We cut back to a moment on the plane of air where you turned and put your eyes on the creature known as the Corruptor. And you feel a sharp pain as you turn and just run back through the portal. This is the first time it's come to bear. An 11 on a Constitution save as you left. Hard to breathe. It's just sort of licking everywhere as if it's trying to perceive its surroundings.
I am going to rush out the door and be like, broom! Broom!
Who's Brune? Brune, you hear it. This thing is talking to you, R2.
Fucking Brune into like the Durgar loincloth. Like just go jumps out. Fucking war pick.
See Artyom, no armor with a mouth on his shoulder and a
If a
just
Zerg
tongue.
hears this, he will come out.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, who else but
Get it?
half naked. What's going on?
Get it?
Yeah.
Pick!
Are you just gonna hit Artyom with it?
He said get
I
it, man.
said get it.
I'm picking the mound.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Of all the things you plan for as a DM, and you will never plan for someone to just say, get it like it's a mosquito on your shoulder.
And Kasha's gonna come out into the hallway. Just saying.
Crowley's out there now, like, holy
There's a lot going on.
I was expecting like 2 more people in my door.
Sure. Brune, roll an attack. Artyom is letting you hit him. Roll the advantage, please.
He's not wearing any armor, right?
No.
Is not wearing any armor.
Holy shit, I still rolled really dog shit. 21.
I think that hit.
It was a 9. I rolled sub 10 on the D20s. I was like, whew.
Okay.
The other one was a 2. So, you know.
Artyom is letting this happen. You were intentionally getting struck with a war pick in your neck.
Yes.
Roll your damage at crit damage, please.
Oh. Okay, well I'm not doing any of my special stuff, so it's just a D8 plus 7.
Okay.
Thank God.
So you get like
the purple
double
one for
damage.
the Bishik.
I'm asking Broom because of some Bishik, like
Yeah.
Pocket fire at that necromancy girl.
Oh. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because I just rolled minimum damage, so 9. Let's roll the 1 on the D8, man. I don't know what you want from me.
Your pick goes into Artyom's shoulder in the same area. What is everybody else doing in this time where Artyom says get it, and then Brune smacks Artyom in the shoulder for 9 damage? I say shoulder, like right here beneath
Whole,
his
like,
neck.
Clavicle.
Yes.
Neck area.
Yeah.
I'm running toward them.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys are in a hallway that's no more than 15 feet. You're there. What are you doing, if anything?
What's going on? What is going on?
Where are they fucking
Brune.
out there? Like, oh, god damn it!
Brune, do you remove your pick or do you keep it there?
Alright, remove it. I'm about to smack it again.
You remove it?
I'm gonna hold him down.
Happening?
There's his mouth and. Ow!
Roll another attack.
Yeah!
Another one.
I know that face all too well as a DM.
Fucking god, dude! And I'm so glad you are unarmored for this, man, because it is not good. That was a 1 and a 4.
Jesus.
16.
That was my nipple. No.
Bam. That was a lot better. Is that also crit damage?
Yes.
Oh shit. 21.
Okay. You have essentially shattered the teeth that are in this. The tongue is mutilated from your strike. This is not a creature, Brune. You're doing a lot of damage to Artyom. This is a part of Artyom.
Okay, so just fucking the knee-jerk reaction of, oh, get it! And like,
really hurts. Snap.
Does Otto hear any of this going on from down the hall?
Yes.
presumably.
This is not a quiet affair.
Otto!
Yeah.
At that juncture, he probably comes out like, still like holding tools. Just, what is going on out here? Is everything okay?
Bleeding profusely.
Otto, it's a manifestation.
Just
for the second
you're-
time, if it looks like he's gonna go back in, I'm gonna try to stop him. Stop!
Yeah, no, I'm saying like he fucking knee-jerk reaction of like, it's still alive, hit it again, and then a little bit more of like a, wait a minute, like, actually,
Otto is
might
probably sprinting.
DM, like outside of the knee-jerk of like panic, oh shit, Zoria, he said get it, stab.
Mhm.
Has Brune seen anything like this specifically before?
I would say yes. I'm not even gonna roll percentile for that. I would say knee jerk. He said get it. You're not sure if that's a creature on him or him. You've hit him twice now, and after
Like,
slowing down,
uh-oh.
it's like, fuck.
What
How
are the connotations of such an addition?
So how far
this
on the shoulder
serious?
is it?
I've got a lot of questions being thrown my way, one at a time. All right, we'll Gainwood. Oh shit, Brune.
What? They're sleeping. Hello.
Brune, you
Yes.
were saying what are the
I said,
connotations?
are there any like specific like that I know of like of this kind of thing to happen? Is there a track that I am aware of, or a trend of that particular affliction?
It one depends on the person. Two, it would also depend on. I would say Brune would be familiar with getting people away from that environment, if you will. This isn't necessarily a damning thing.
Right.
However, if he maintained contact with this sort of deal like this, you've never dealt with the Corruptor directly. You've dealt with a lot of his
Like Corruptor's influences and stuff.
Correct.
Like his underlings that do similar shit.
Correct. Well, his influence wherever you were was spreading as well and caused these sorts of mutations. So,
Right.
I have a question. Oh wait, somebody else had a question.
yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
So there's Brune, Otto, and then I think Artyom, and then Caution. Otto, what's up?
I need to know how clear it is to Otto as he comes out the door that Brune isn't just assaulting Artyom with a pick in the hallway.
I'm gonna say that you've heard Artyom scream, Brune, get it. I mean, it's very clear that Artyom is like proffering his shoulder to Brune and is just taking these hits. Like he's not trying to dodge out of the way.
Yeah. And it's probably one of those, the brief, like 1, 2, and then just like dawning realization and just kind of like, oh shit. Like very clear,
I'm
like,
struggling
no.
with what the
I'm
proper
struggling.
reaction to this
Fucking
would be.
Otto's got 404.
He blue screens, falls down the stairs. Like,
Can I
And this
point
is
at it
taking
and
place
cast
in the
Dispel
hallway,
Magic?
correct?
Yes, Artyom just ran out into the hallway, said, Brune, get it. He has now been slapped twice in the shoulder with a war pick and is now stopped.
Otto is going to vortex warp himself between the two of them.
Okay.
Immediately cure wounds on Artyom at 4th level.
Okay, roll it up.
Don't. I mean,
While
I feel,
shouting, "What is going on here?" And push them apart. With pushing them apart, one hand healing Artyom.
Something's manifested itself on Artyom's shoulder.
Thank you, it feels much better.
Oh!
yeah.
Koshik, what were you doing?
I was just gonna ask you. I don't know if Koshik, maybe Koshik would know this. I don't know if she'd have any kind. I know she probably wouldn't have any kind of knowledge of this at all specifically, but being a medic immediately in her brain, it goes to like any other, foreign body attacking a system. It can probably be removed surgically, right? So.
Possibly.
Okay, possibly.
Artyom, you heal for 18 points of damage.
Damn.
that's some. That's some.
Restoration. What about restoration?
Koshik's also just gonna look directly at Crowley and be like,
Restoration.
Pip, you were saying something?
No, so Pip's gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip at the thing.
Ow!
You attempt Tasha's Mind Whip, this thing doesn't seem to have like a central mind. I will say, Artyom, what's the save on it, on Tasha's Mind Whip? Intelligence save?
It
Oh,
is.
no.
Artyom,
Yes,
please
a
roll an
17.
intelligence saving throw.
30-20.
Nice. Ow, my brain.
This thing's getting me really bad, I think.
if I see Pip casting a spell, Pip, no.
Oh my gosh. Everything's happening at once. This is a really not lawful hallway. That's all I gotta say.
What a fucking, it's a little chaotic even, you might
Yeah, you
say.
could say.
I mean,
So is it on the neck, like on the shoulder?
It is like, that divot in between your collarbone and your neck and your shoulder,
Yeah.
that little triangle, that's where it is.
Okay.
No.
and it doesn't seem to be moving around. It's just like stationary.
Oh, it is a stationary orifice on Artyom's
And it's
body.
just a mouth.
Please
Erish
don't
is
call
not
it
gonna
that,
like
Pete.
this.
What?
Most orifices are stationary.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Buddy is not gonna be happy.
I don't think we're Buddy's problem after tomorrow. I think we're somebody else's problem.
Freed.
Otto will
Stop
like
hitting me.
poke his finger into its mouth.
That's gross.
Fascinating. Does it hurt you, Uncle?
Hey, when you stab it with the orifice, it hurts.
That makes
I
sense.
asked for it. I don't want you
Right.
here. I say to the
Yeah.
mouth.
Who are you?
Unfortunately,
Who am I?
Otto is going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
There's so much going on in this hallway.
Um,
Everybody's in their like briefs, like, and they're
Artyom's not. Artyom was getting completely buck-ass naked to sleep.
Koshik's fully clothed. She sleeps fully clothed.
Or is in his brief.
Actually, before he casts Detect Magic, Otto is going to kind of perhaps a more detailed examination in a more stable environment.
Yeah, let's go to your room, I guess.
One moment. He will dash ahead, shut the door behind him. You hear some shuffling and clattering, and then the door opens.
It's not like he's clearing his browser history in there? What the fuck? What?
Otto, you open your door. I would like everybody to roll me Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh.
What?
Why?
Like, on my first way in, or on my way
On
out?
your way out, back into the hallway.
19.
Guys,
26.
I need to stop playing D&D for tonight.
Who is closest to Otto?
As you're coming out your room, nobody. These guys are further down the hallway. You are coming out of your room. 10, I heard 19.
18.
18. Natural
Dirty
1.
20.
Dirty 20.
18.
Just throw away those dicey.
I heard a teen.
Yeah, I've been rolling different D20s. I don't know what to tell you.
Otto, what is your con save?
I went AWOL. It's 13.
What'd you say?
What is your con save?
26.
26. Otto will be the only one that succeeds the check, as the rest of you are blinded by a light in the hallway. Otto, you will see in front of you as you come out, sort of the door helping your photo sensors like immediately shield against the blinding white light, as a about 9 foot tall red-skinned individual appears in this hallway. Wings, his hair sort of falling back behind him, his eyes just sort of yellow, mostly with sort of black around the irises. Stands there with a great sword in this party, or in front of your party, or right beside your party. I don't know if I said also wings on his back.
But going to jail.
What kind of wings? We got the bat wings or the feathery wings?
Feathery wings.
Hey.
You say he was like red and everything. I was like, is there horns? Where are we going with this?
There are no horns. He just
Okay,
simply
good.
has red, but not that any of you would know this except
Not that we
Otto.
can see that, yeah. My eyes.
Does Otto know what kind of creature or celestial this is offhand?
I will give you a Arcana or Religion check.
Well, definitely gonna choose Arcana over Religion. Oh, damn. That was close to a nat 20. 34.
This is a Solar.
Otto will stop.
Otto's knowledge with over a 30 is that these creatures typically are amongst the higher ranking of Celestials. In the plane of law, you're not exactly sure what he would be doing, but he is currently just standing in the hallway. He releases his sword from his hand. His sword goes above the party, and just sort of floats there above the party at the moment. You're muted. You forgot to, in turning off your photo receptors, you also turned off your vocoder.
Otto greets him. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm fucking bad. I have a mouth on my shoulder. It's blinding me.
Can we get some help here?
Yeah.
This being will slowly turn its head at you.
I'm Otto. Automated Battle Platform, Mark III.
Solar.exe has stopped running.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at something. Otto, I'd like you to make me please a dexterity saving throw.
Holy shit.
Roger.
This is not good.
Was he fucking judo flipping him? What the fuck?
Not my highest save.
Otto's also in his underwear.
With a burst of additional power to facilitate rapid movement, he activates his move by wire. He's that we're gonna flash a genius that real quick.
Okay.
24 with the flash of genius.
Okay. Do you have any resistances?
I don't think so. Not looking real resisty. I'm sorry. Poison.
Okay. You will take 7 points of fire and 7 points of radiant damage as you are pushed 5 feet away from this creature. As you lift your arm towards him, he reaches out a hand, hits you in the chest, and holy fire erupts onto your chest, pushing you back.
How much did you say?
Rude.
7 fire and 7 radiant, 14 total.
Gotcha.
Cease your movement.
Do is it?
Understood.
Are we still blind?
Hands off of weapons. You are still blind at this very moment, yes.
Otto is going to say out loud, I would advise following its instructions. It is quite powerful.
Artyom uncubs.
As soon as she was blinded, Pip hit the ground in a crouch.
Sure.
She hit the quitty.
Brune will very, very reluctantly just kind of lower the pick to the ground.
There are a few moments. Your vision will come back to you, and you see this creature that I have described to Otto here. You look above you, and there is a great sword floating amongst the circle of people here, just floating there. And just blade ever so slightly tilted and just sort of spinning in a circle and waiting.
Sounds cool as hell.
Sounds pretty cool.
Be cool.
Cool way to die.
As you guys are standing here downstairs now.
Motherfucker?
Yeah.
You will. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Just walk straight down there.
Suppose.
You leave your war pick in the hall.
I kind of have oriented myself towards him.
He's kind of
I'm
kicks
just like-
along the floor.
I was just kind of, while just watching directly at this thing, slowly ease my hand back down towards I'm gonna pick it back up, and as soon as it looks at it, he's like, I'm like, fuck.
What probably gives the cue is maybe not him, but you see the sword as it's sort of the blades just off kilter, and it stops. Like,
Yeah.
You've been selected.
Yeah, it just fucking just does not wanna, but death awaits if disobeys, so he will begrudgingly leave Vic in the hall. Go downstairs.
A tense moment as you are all led downstairs. Bernard, still awake at this point, just cleaning the glass, and it looks like it probably doesn't need to be, and stops paying attention when you guys walk downstairs, turns back and walks out of the room. This creature follows the last one down. Azur, if you are simply going downstairs, you will hear mutterings of your mother, and then you will see this creature also carrying your mother like a kitten by the scruff, and drops her on the floor downstairs.
I'm processed that incorrectly when you first said it, and I thought you said dropped her down the stairs. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Damn.
Drops her once he gets downstairs. He doesn't
Solar's
just chunk her.
mean.
Yeah,
Chunk her
I
down the
realized
stairs.
that like after like a quarter second, but like that
I'm
first
also
like
bad at
process.
describing things sometimes. I say sometimes, a lot of the time, so it's okay. You're all sort of sitting here around this table. What is the meaning of the combat?
It was not a combat. There is a...
They hit me a lot.
Yeah, this thing just popped out on my shoulder, and he has a line, "By shake it." I wanted him to kill it.
It was a misunderstanding that there was a creature on my friend and not a part of him.
I was just about to investigate.
Sword just sort of floats around back down the stairs after him at this point.
Like that.
Otto leans over to Kashyyyk. This is not excellent.
No, it is not. Respectfully, this wasn't done in order to hurt anyone. We were just trying to help our friend. This is new, and I don't know where it came from, and I don't think anyone else does. Could we get a bit of insight, perhaps?
I know not what that is.
Or could you fix it?
Probably.
Oh shit! Big stab.
I have questions for you.
Shoot.
Don't shoot or stab, please. I heard enough. Can you silence it?
I wish I...
I have a needle and thread.
Either you do or I will.
Otto will attempt to sew the mouth up.
Maybe we should just stuff something in there. We're kind of all...
Napkins.
Yeah, if they're table napkins.
Stuff that in a bandaged wound.
Release me!
Stuff.
I'm assuming
I'm gonna just do
With,
one of
like-
these on top of it.
Otto will bandage over it once it has been stuffed.
It will be fine.
I'm just...
The volume is greatly reduced via bandaging and table napkins.
I'm just with the knowledge roll. Otto is a little bit concerned about the Sole. Excellent.
No, not excellent.
He cuts his eyes over at Artyom. It's excellent now.
My agent has informed me you're here on a mission to combat Zoriat on your material plane.
Indeed.
Yes.
You are members of the Shining Vanguard, known as...
Da.
Gestures at his shield.
He looks over each of you.
We have a couple of new members, and this is a member's friend.
And what of your old members? That's my voice cracking because of the sergeant voice earlier, not his.
One is a king on the material plane doing a few
Name.
duties. Gandalin Irwainar or something like that.
Formerly, Gandalf Rin.
Other members.
Melgrim is deceased.
Other
and,
members.
Gordon.
Other members.
Irish.
Otto.
Milo.
I'm sorry,
right
Milo.
here.
Excuse me. Otto, name
Milo
Milo.
Goggins of the material
Yes.
realm. Where
Indeed.
is he?
Deceased.
He has vanished.
Vanished.
He disappeared during a combat. We don't know what happened to him. You see tears welling up in Kaushik's eyes thinking about it.
You are his ally, his friend.
He
Where
is
is-
my father.
We're all family.
Where has he vanished to?
I don't know.
We are hoping to figure that out. We're gonna save him.
He will be brought to justice here.
What do you mean by that? Brought to justice for what?
He looks over you as if he's measuring each of your intentions and if you're being forthright with him or not.
Ruin
He
legitimately
can-
has
he
no
can-
idea who that is.
He can roll a sincerity check or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what it's called.
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
He will be brought to justice here for his manipulation with time and breaking the planar boundaries. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I am very curious and also very, very concerned.
So,
Papa. Fucking
so Artyom off the hook? I mean,
Let's go.
I was dead at the time.
He said, I think, I could probably fix it, and just chops that whole section of your body
Yeah, let's
off.
just chop it off. for
If
regeneration.
you said go for it, that's exactly what was about to happen.
Kasha can cast regenerate. It's fine.
Yeah, regeneration. It's okay.
I'm just gonna say
Like that we're
that guy
just
did not look like
chopping
a
off
surgeon.
limbs.
So
Well,
I
I'm
would
glad that I didn't say, would you, after I said, could you?
I mean, fair is fair. An arm for an arm.
Justice.
All right. Thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Drop a follow if you have not yet. If we can, please get an exclamation mark charity in the chat. Thank you for that. Kylie, we're raising money with Extra Life, specifically the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So go be a lawful good person. Donate, open your heart wallets to a really great cause. So check that out. We are Hard Knock Dice. In case you didn't know, we stream every Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesdays, we do Blood and Silver, ran by our wonderful Otto, or Cody, as you may know him. So go check that out. Blood and Silver runs on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are getting very, very close to the ending episodes, and I'm very excited for it. We are getting close to the climax of the rebellion. So go check it out. Shut up. That rebellion coming, boy. And then on Saturdays, we do this, Cross Eberron at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come check us out, drop some follows. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok. Don't believe anything else anybody else here says, just believe me. Twitter,
Facebook.
TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. If you want to get caught up on these episodes, go sub to the YouTube.
maybe soon a Patreon.
Mixer.
There is no Mixer. There is no Patreon. So anyways, we're going to rate our friends, but since I can't multitask, I forgot to click on it. So we're going to rate our friends over at Dice Legends. Did I forget anything? I think I got everything, right?
How far?
Before we left, you were going to explain what happened to Milo. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. So what happened was
Tune in next week to find out.
that I'm out of time. Sorry, guys. Much love. Bye.